Okay, got your screen on mine. So before we get started, do you want to show your arena stats?
Sure.
Oh, you were wearing those.
All right. So here we go. You see this?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been using this website for about a month now.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
And
I'm assuming everybody knows this website by now. I don't think it's a hidden secret.
you've
And
recorded every one of your games for a month?
yeah.
Okay. Could you show me like your highest win classes and your lowest win?
Yep. So here you go.
With class.
Yeah.
So
So
you're-
there's I had a 12. My first, I believe, my first 12 win arena win was with Mage, and it's not shown on here. I wasn't using Earth Arena at that time.
Okay. Looks like
I had
your
it.
highest is actually Shaman, which is surprising.
Yeah, I'm very good with Shaman, and I understand how to draft the class and play the class. And of course, Shaman is very dependent on the card quality. So I had a deck with 4 fire elementals that only got like 2 wins because I had nothing else. So
Okay, interesting. I'm looking at your like your against class win percentages too. It doesn't look like anything's too out of the ordinary. Losing the most to Mage and Paladin, that's kind of to be expected.
yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, like yesterday, I had what I thought was a very strong draft as a hunter. I like playing hunter in arena. There's not a lot of hunters in arena, so people don't tend to know how to play too much against it. And I had a very, very strong draft. No spells. It was all creatures and 1 weapon. Won the first 5 games in a row, and then I lost 3 in a row. So I was kind of a little annoyed about that. But I mean, that's arena.
Yeah, it happens. And I mean, your lowest win is with Warlock, but that's only 2 runs recorded. I don't know if that's large enough of a sample size to really say
Yeah,
anything.
I'm Warlock. And Druid. I'm very poor with. I just like Warlock, especially. I find maybe I'm tapping too often, and I get too low in life, and then I just die. So,
Okay. And
so it's not one of my strongest classes by any means.
besides Warlock, and looks like your weakest classes would be like Warlock, Rogue, Priest, and Druid. Why
Correct.
don't we, if we get an option for one of those, we should try to play one of those.
Yeah, I'd like to learn. Priest and Rogue are the 2 that I think in arena I should be doing better with. I like both the classes, and I like playing Warrior as well. I've been playing a bit more Warrior lately. I find they're not quite as bad as everyone says they are, but again, all depends on the draft.
Yeah. Warrior, thing about Warrior and Shaman, they tend to be very draft dependent. But it looks like your Warrior's fine. Like 5.17 as an average win with Warrior is honestly like pretty good. Like it's okay, I wouldn't worry about that at all.
Yeah, so my goal right now is, as you can see, my average here is just below 5 wins. I'm trying to get to 7, obviously, and that's quite a jump. I find I can get to 5, I can get to 6 pretty easily. 7 is tough, and so I'm hoping you can help me with the drafting part. There's sometimes those tough choices. So which one's the correct choice, and then obviously sometimes in the play too.
Yeah.
Yeah, anticipating the opponent's next turn, where that's going to take me, those kinds of things. So
Yeah, let's try to get into one.
okay, all right,
And
so I'll go.
yeah, let's just go. And one thing I would suggest is after this coaching session, maybe start a new set of stat recordings so you can see like the before and after and see if there is a change, if there is one.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea. All right, so here we go.
Yep.
All right,
Oh, there's
so
Rogue.
I'm tired of playing Mage. So
Okay. All right. So
okay,
just
first
as,
pick. Sorry, go on.
yeah, just like a format. Just let me know what you would pick, and then I'll give you my input afterwards. Okay.
Well, here I would pick Twilight Drake. It's clearly the better card. So
Yeah. Pretty easy.
it's not. All right, this pick I would probably go with Ogre Brute. Abusive Sergeant can be good. It's a good card in arena. But Ogre Brute, I find a 4/4 for 3 is hard to argue with.
Okay, and how close would you rank Ogre Brute and Abusive Sergeant? On a scale of 10, where would you put Ogre Brute?
Yeah. Basically, in a rogue deck, I would put them probably pretty close. Uh, in the one drops for rogue, Abusive Sergeant's really good. It's a good tempo card, and it does allow you to shape the board a bit. Ogre Brute is just a body; it doesn't shape the board. It's just there, and then of course sometimes it doesn't attack the right thing, which is a pain in the ass. So that it's got a big detriment.
So how'd you rank them out of 10? Each one?
I'd say I'd rate the Ogre Brute like a 7 out of 10, and the Abusive like 6 on 10.
Okay, good. The Abusive, there's nothing to consider is it helps you combo out things because it's so cheap. Not only that, but you tend to flood the board a lot as Rogue. The class is naturally very floody since your hero power helps you save minions and trade evenly / save your guy with low health. So using something like Ogre Brute trade is very good and very strong in Rogue. So I mean, I would say 7/6 is pretty good for how you should be thinking about them in the draft.
So are we in agreement, Ogre Brute?
Yeah, it's Ogre Brute. I just wanted to get a feel for how you feel about the cards.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have Fen Creeper. It's a good taunt. It's my respect for Fen Creeper has gone up because it's not a great card, but when you face against it and it plops on the board, it's a real pain to get around. And it does give you, it usually buys you another turn. Murloc Tidehunter, it just keeps dying to Mad Bomber. It annoys the hell out of me. Then Blackwing Corruptor, great card, but you need Dragon Synergy. We have a Dragon, so I would rate it higher, high mana cost. So I would say it'd be between Fen Creeper and Blackwing Corruptor at this point.
So I would agree with you that the pick would be Fen Creeper, but I would probably put it closer with more like Tidehunter. You want to build your rogues floody, and cheap cards are very useful in Rogue. It helps you pick things like Sprint a lot easier if your deck isn't already heavy. So you can throw things out and grab the board before you sprint, so you can sprint in a safe spot. But the Fen Creeper, definitely the right choice. Blackwing Corruptor, I wouldn't say that one dragon is enough yet, especially since it's a cheaper cost dragon than the one we have, or than we're trying to combo with.
Yep.
So, I mean, the situation has to be, we have a Twilight Drake in hand, and also the Blackwing Corruptor, but we don't want to play the Twilight on 4, so we can play the Blackwing on 5. It means you need another 4-drop in hand. It makes it a little bit awkward.
All right, so we're with Fen Creeper?
Definitely Fen Creeper.
All right, here we got Assassin's Blade. It's an okay card, very slow. Tinker Sharpsword's Oil, that can be a win condition, and Archmage, I wouldn't consider that in a rogue deck. So I would go with Tinkers.
So it's only like Tinkers. I like to pick it up if I have like a Boar or a Bluegill Warrior or even like a Wolf Rider.
Right.
It tends to be a little bit unreliable if you don't.
Correct.
Here I'm really between Archmage and Assassin's Blade. Like, as a standalone card, I would probably take Assassin's Blade over Tinkers if I didn't have any of those combos or like good ways to use Tinkers. Or if my deck was really aggressive, I might go with the Tinkers, but so far it's not. So I'd probably go with the Archmage. I'd say it's the safest pick.
Really? I don't know. It's just such a slow card,
It is slow, but the Tinker is too unreliable, and I just wouldn't pick it here.
Okay, so we'll go with Archmage.
It's a 6-mana 4/7, and usually the most important part with big cards is the health stat. This is why cards like Corehound are bad, because they trade down very easily. Archmage will clean up a lot of the board, and we're going for board control in Arena. So the high damage, although it's not like a Boulder Fist Ogre, it's still a 4/7. It's better than it being a 6/5.
That's true. Okay. All right. Well, big Archmage. It's an interesting choice there. Okay. So here we have 3 good cards. Well, we have 2 excellent cards and a decent card. So Stormwind Champion is an excellent card. It's a little slow, but if you can buff 1 or 2 minions with it, it's very good. Force Tank Max is a great late game card in Arena, but Goblin Auto Barber is such a fantastic card for rogues that I think that's the one I would go with here.
Yeah, perfect. Love it.
All right. Ooh. Here I'd probably just go with another Goblin Auto Barber. We're likely to be offered further removal later. Sap's not a great card. Assassin is good to have 1 of, maybe 2. But this early in the draft, being offered another Goblin Auto Barber, especially maybe if we pick up some later mech synergy, would be just fantastic. So I just pick the other Goblin Auto Barber here.
Yeah, I think you go with either Assassin or Goblin Auto Barber. I think they're equally strong here.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever you feel like.
I'll go with the Goblin Auto Barber. I like trying to build some synergies. I find if you manage to get some synergies in the deck, you tend to do better than the decks that don't have them.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are three kind of bad cards. So Stormwind Knight's got charge, that's good. Gurubashi Berserker can be good. We don't really have anything that can activate. We don't have like whirlwinds or heals or anything. And we got Vanish, which is a combo card. We're not going to be playing with that. So it'd be between Stormwind Knight, Gurubashi Berserker. I'd probably go with the Stormwind Knight because it's got charge, so it does allow it to do something as soon as it shows up. But of course, the 4 slot's a really good slot, and we've already got a Twilight Drake, which is so-so. So
Yeah, the Stormwind Knight is actually not that bad. It's probably like slightly above average in comparison to other 4-drops. It's a playmaker. It has an instant effect on the board, helps you activate things like Abusive or Shattered Sun, Defender of Argus, Dark Iron Dwarf, Tinkers, whatever it may be. Helps you make trades. And it also, if you fall behind in the early game, it's a great card to clean up smaller things and help you come back on the board.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
Stormwind Knight?
Yeah, this one I really wouldn't consider. I would just take the Stormwind Knight.
Yeah, me too. I that's pretty much I think the pick I would take.
Yeah, the Gurubashi really doesn't come close to it.
No. Okay, here I would go with the Draconid Crusher. I mean, the other 2 cards are garbage. Although Yeomanry and Infantry I've had some success using just because, it's a ping out of nowhere for 3 mana, which is a little high.
It's a ping and a taunt. It has its uses. I wouldn't say
that's right. In arena it's okay, but I mean a Draconid Crusher is just...
Yeah, it's not comparable with Draconid, but it's not.
And see the Draconid Crusher now makes it... Now we had picked that the Blackwing Corruptor would have been better, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean that's how you draft though, right?
That's correct.
That'll happen.
Here, so obviously Sunwalker. So we're...
Yep.
I think our late game is firming up real nice here.
Yeah, you see a Sunwalker and you pick the Sunwalker. Pretty easy.
Right. Okay, 3 horrible cards. Yay.
So here, whenever I see Cold Light Oracle, I kind of look at my deck and think about, am I going to be the aggressor in most of my games? Because if you're the aggressor, you're the one that needs to refill your hand because you're emptying out your hand a lot faster than the person trying to stabilize. And so if you're running an aggressive deck, Cold Light Oracle is fine. And this deck so far, it looks like we have 4 late game cards, 2 4-drops, 1 3, 1 2. It's not quite an aggressive deck. It's more probably like Control Rogue. So I try to stay away from the Cold Light Oracle.
Yeah. I'd probably just go with Bloodsail Corsair. It's 1, it can activate combos. If we're lucky, it will, like essentially if someone plays a True Silver, a Paladin plays a True Silver, and we answer with a Bloodsail Corsair, it's exactly like Canoes.
Yeah, without the body, but...
Yeah, without the body, but...
The body's pretty important. But yeah, it's going to be Bloodsail here. You don't want to put too much emphasis on removing half a weapon. You don't want to use a whole card to remove half a card, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Plus, it really depends on the board as well. But we'll see. That is the right pick there.
It wasn't a good pick, but I mean, okay, so here we have Raid Leader. It's just a bad card. It's got 4 stats. Fan of Knives can be useful. It cycles. Young Dragohawk is terrible, so obviously here we go with Fan of Knives.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Ooh, okay. So Pilot Sky Golem's an excellent card. Mini Mage is meh. Cogmaster's Wrench. Let's see, we have 2 mechs, so it actually could be quite good.
It's never good. It's never good.
No,
I mean, at best, it's
best, yeah, exactly. At best, but I mean, we're not passing up a Pilot Sky Golem to take a Cogmaster.
It's definitely Pilot Sky Golem.
So, and again, our late game is just really good. So, okay, Oasis Snapjaw. Body. Sprint is good, but we look like we're a slow deck, so we're not going to get much use out of Sprint. So here I would go with Unstable Ghoul. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I would go with the Oasis Snapshot or Unstable. Definitely not the Sprint in this deck with 4 6-drops.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm okay with Unstable Ghoul.
Unstable Ghoul, yeah. Okay.
Small taunts are useful. I would say small taunts are maybe better than large taunts because large taunts are kind of like all-ins to save yourself, while small taunts you can make different plays while, like hedging on the taunt.
Well, I like this. We've got an Unstable Ghoul and a Fan of Knives, right? So that's 2 AoEs. It allows us to hit stealth minions. It allows us to do pings and get rid of shields, and so
Yeah, and this deck, like, it's not the aggressor in most of our games, so Unstable Ghoul won't do as much harm. Whereas if we were playing it in an aggressive deck, it would cause our opponent's Flame Strikes to do 5 damage, and just help them more than it would help us.
Okay.
So
No, agree. Okay, so here we have Murloc Tidehunter again. Piloted Shredder is an excellent 4-drop. Chillwind Yeti's a good body. But here I'd go with the Piloted Shredder. So
yeah, easy peasy.
yeah, it's a sticky minion. It's very good. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Ancient Watcher's garbage. We all know that. Argent Commander is a fantastic card. Master Swordsmith. I mean, really, I wouldn't consider. Again, so I'd go with Argent Commander here. But
Yeah.
again, we have so many. We just can't pick any more late game cards. We've got too many.
Yeah, we can just. I mean, we can just go through like the easy ones and like let's get to the hard ones, right? And like
Yeah.
really talk about the hard ones.
So Argent Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Thromal Farseer, Amani Berserker, Venture Co-Mercenary. I would go here with the Amani. He's a good 2-drop. Sometimes can trade up really nicely. We do have an Unstable Ghoul, which sort of combos with it in the early game. And I don't think we want the Venture Co here because we got too much late game stuff. So
Yeah, and nearly 95% of our cards are minions. We have one Fan of Knives, that's our only spell, so playing Venture Co and having them ignore it is not a good sign, or not a good thing, especially in, I say this again, we're playing Control, so that's very much an option for them. We'll be playing Venture Co on a losing board very often, and you would rather play Venture Co on a winning board, so I would definitely go with the Imani.
okay. So Southsea Deckhand is good in a rogue deck. It gives you a ping for 2. Cult Master is excellent, although in this deck so far it wouldn't be that good because we don't have a lot of small minions. Betrayal is good. It's a removal. It's a spell. We don't have many spells right now. I would probably go with the Betrayal right now. It's the only removal we've had really so far. Although I do like the Cult Master, and actually even there's an argument for Southsea Deckhand.
So here I would go with the Betrayal, and then my second pick would be Southsea Deckhand, and I would really try to avoid Cult Master. It's really just another form of late game, and adding this to our deck, we will first off not ever have board, right? We won't have minions on board, and if we do have minions on board, we don't need card draw with this kind of curve. And second, we'll never find a spot to Cult Master in because we don't have board. It's just excessive for late game, and Betrayal is a great card, and it'll probably fit in our deck well since we do fall behind.
Right. Okay. So we're in agreement. Betrayal. Okay, we do have a pirate.
Yeah, we do.
We do need a 2-drop.
Yeah, we do.
And Cobalt Geomancer does nothing for us. I mean, it makes Fan of Knives better, but so what? And Raid Leader again is just not strong enough. So I'd go here with Ship's Cannon.
Yep, Ship's Cannon's good.
And then of course, if we'd picked that before, I probably would have picked the
Southsea Deckhand.
Southsea Deckhand at that point. Yeah.
I mean, I think Betrayal's gonna be good here in this deck. I like it.
Oh, but okay. Here we're going with Eviscerate. It's just in Rogue it's too strong. Southsea Deckhand, of course, there is an argument for that. We could use a minion. It's got charge. It's nice and Dragonlance mechanic. Well, we're not going to talk about that. So I would go with Eviscerate.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Okay, easy pick here. So SI7 Agent is just a great card, and Pint-Sized Summoner and Murloc Tidecaller just don't do much for us.
Yep, pretty easy. So here at 20 picks, we're 2/3 through our draft, and this is where I look at my deck, try to see what I need to fit inside my deck.
Okay, so we have, so
go ahead.
If you permit me to talk, so we have 5 2-drops, and they're all legitimate 2-drops, which is good. We have 2 removals. We have no backstabs, which is unfortunate. So basically, we'll be trading. We won't have board. It'll be 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. We got Fan of Knives. We got 2 decent 3-drops. We got Overbrute SI7 Agent, which is good.
Yep. So we have 2 plays on 3.
Yeah, 2 plays on 3. We got 3 good plays on 4.
Okay, good.
We have a 5, and we have lots of late game.
Okay, so we have 6 late game cards. For this curve, I would say that we'd probably want 1 or 2 more 2s, and also to get to like 4 or 5 3-drops, so maybe 2 or 3 more 3s, and then I want to ideally peak on 4. So we have a lot of 4 picking to do, so maybe like 3 more 4s.
Yeah.
So here, what would you pick out of these cards?
None of them really fit in the deck so far. I like Sap. Sap can be, it's situational. So sometimes it's great, other times it does really nothing for you. In this kind of deck, I don't sap is good when you're trying to get rid of that taunt or trying to get rid of that really annoying creature. It's going to come back, but for that turn, it's not there. Frostwolf Grunt is not a good card, but it is a taunt. It does allow us to, save our other creatures, and perhaps like something like a Namani Berserker or Goblin Autobarber is a 3/2, and have it trade up maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be between the Grunt and the Sap, and I mean,
So
I'm
here,
not a big fan of Sap, but Sap can be useful.
yeah, we don't really, we need one more two, we said, and we have 10 picks to go. I think we could probably pick up a good 2-drop by the end of the draft. So here I'll go with the Sap. I think Sap will actually come in to be very useful in this deck. I think this deck is really slow to set up. There's no like real power turn for this deck, so it's hard to say that we'll get bored easily. So Sap is perfect.
Okay, let's get Sap then. Okay, here's a decent 3-drop, Raging Worgen. Decent, but it's good for mages really. But here I would definitely go with Assassinate. It's our first, top removal. We only have one 5-drop, so it's a good 5 play.
Mm-hmm.
Allows us to hopefully keep board control if we've gotten it by turn 4.
Yeah, Assassinate is really good in aggressive decks. The reason why it's not very good in very like slow decks is because it's such a slow card itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so over the other two, yeah, we take Assassinate, but ideally we'd rather fit our deck with things like Eviscerate than Assassinate, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah.
So gang up Eviscerate, Chillwind Yeti. We would like a Chillwind Yeti, but I don't think we want it over an Eviscerate. So here I'd go with Eviscerate.
So here is where you don't want to overvalue removal, and I see this a lot, and this is a very very common mistake. It's I really don't like letting my deck's curve being horrible just to pick up another Fireball or premium removal card. You don't want to play to like remove your opponent's minions. You want to be on the aggressive at some point in the game. So Chillwind Yeti is definitely my pick here.
Okay.
Yeah, just to fit in our curve.
Yeah. So because Eviscerate is a very, very strong card, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it can go minion, it can go face.
Yep.
Right.
But it'll never go face in this deck.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. So Chillwind Yeti.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we got a Sprint, a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Lord of the Arena. Actually, here I'm looking at our 3-drops. We only have 2 good 3-drops. Flesh-Eating Ghoul's not a great card, but if we're trading a lot, maybe it has some value. Lord of the Arena I wouldn't pick. Sprint I don't think flat out might be a better card, but I don't think it adds much value to the deck. So here I go with Flesh-Eating Ghoul.
Yeah, me too. Need some more mid-gaming minions.
Oh, okay. Flying Machine, Cobalt Geomancer, Shadow Step. So Shadow Step is a combo card. We don't need that. Cobalt Geomancer, spell damage would affect 2 cards. We already have a spell damage in the Archmage. So I go with Flying Machine.
Ooh, I would never pick Flying Machine. So here's the thing with Flying Machine. Okay, I said this so many times that I'm trying to think of another way to say it. Like in this deck, it doesn't do anything for board presence. It's not gonna, like in an ideal situation, it might kill like a 2/1 and a 1/1 and keep board for us, but realistically, it kind of just dies to like Shredders and Yetis for free, so we end up skipping our turn. It ends up being worse than a Hero Power Pass.
Right.
It's just not a card that does anything for the game. If it stays alive, then you can expect that you're winning on board and you would have won that game anyways. So even if you can combo it with something like a Cold Blood, and this is why Thrallmar, Farseer, and Questing Adventurer are generally bad, it's just a win more card. Here, I wouldn't say that we don't have any combos with Shadow Step. We have the Goblin Autobarbers, the SI7 Agent, the Stormwind Knight, the Argent Commander, and we do need a cheap play and a cheap way to get the board. So I would take the Shadow Step here.
Ah, see, I like that. That's interesting. That's a very different perspective than I would use. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just there are certain cards that you should kind of think in a way where
and worst comes
I will
worst,
never
it becomes
pick
kind of
Yeah,
Sorry,
just think about some cards that's like cards that you would never pick. Things like Wind Fury Harpy, or Flying Machine. Like that's a good rule to make for yourself for now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they just are so bad. Like they're worse than 1-drops with like 1 health, like 1/1s, 1-drops, maybe like a Wisp. They're worse than those because Wisp doesn't actually set us back in tempo. It might do something, like it might Ping a Divine Shield, which is very important for how the game progresses and how the game will actually look on turn 7 when you can play that on 1. Well, Flying Machine will be stuck in your hand, or when you play it on 3, it'll cause you to lose.
Right.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Right. Shadow Step. Interesting. I like it. Okay, so Grimscale Oracle, Fan of Knives, Stone Tusk Boar. We have one Fan of Knives. Do we need a second one? I don't think so. Boar can be, I mean, it's not a great card, but it does enable us to do some combos. We have a combo with Eviscerate. Is that our only combo card right now? I think it is, eh?
You have a SI7?
SI7.
But
yeah, so we have 2 combos. So, but Fan of Knives does cycle, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be between one of these two. And
yeah, and here I would look at my deck, be like, is Fan of Knives too slow? Will it just be stuck in our hand? And it kind of does look like that, but at the same time, with Stone Tusk Boar, it's so low impact that it's much worse than a Bluegill, which trades evenly with most or a lot of 2-drops. The Stone Tusk Boar really doesn't do anything unless you have buffs for it, like Cold Blood or Abusive Dark Iron. And since we don't have any of those, I'd probably go with the Fan of Knives.
Yeah, I agree. Fan of Knives. So we have a Warden, we have a Brewmaster, and a Venture Co. Here I'd probably go with the Brewmaster. It's a decent 2-drop. It's a 3/2. Can be played on turn 2 by itself, and we can use it to maybe bring back something like an SI7.
Yeah, we have a couple cards we can bring back.
A couple cards we can bring back.
The 2 charges, SI7, the Goblin Auto Barbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll pick it here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking. We got 4 drops. And actually decent 4 drops. We have a Yeti, a Piloted Shredder, Stormwind Knight, Twilight Drake. There could be an argument here done for Lost Tall Strider, but I think Cold Blood allows us to maybe swing the board, trade in one of our low value minions for a high value.
Yeah, but the thing is with this deck, we don't have like a Master or Defies Ringleader even. So we don't have like a bunch of like small dudes. They're all like at least a 2/3/3/2. At best, like an Unstable Ghoul we could use that on.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to burst people down to kill them with Cold Blood with this deck, once again, since we're playing control. So it loses that dual utility. So because it can only be used to trade something that's very small to something that's very big when the small thing survives on our turn and comes back to us alive, you see how situational that becomes?
Yeah, but if you look at something like Stormwind Knight, right? Or,
yeah, that is probably a useful combo with the charges. But
yeah.
Here, since we do need a 4-drop still, and Lost Tall Strider is a 4, although it's not a great 4, I'd probably still take this Tall Strider over Cold Blood. If we did have an Master or some kind of like guy making synergy, then I would think the Cold Blood is strong. But
okay,
I'd probably just take the 4 here.
Yeah, you would just go with, okay, so we'll go with the Lost Tall Strider. All right. And obviously Salty Dog we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
So here I'm looking. I like the Boulder Fist, but we already have way too many 6-drops, and we only have 1 5-drops. And I'd go with Spectral Knight, which is a very good 5-drop.
Yeah, and the biggest fear with this deck is us playing. We have the Druid effect on this deck. It's us playing Ironbark and them having Silence or Polymorph and just killing us. So having something that can't be removed with spells is pretty strong, and I would take it here. But yeah, that with the fact that we have so many 6s makes Spectral Knight better.
Okay, so Spectral Knight. Right, our last pick. Oh. So we got target dummy, Jeeves, and Gnomish Experimenter. So Jeeves is a good card, but not in this deck. Gnomish Experimenter can be a good card. We don't have a lot of spells, but we do have some. Let's see, Betrayal, Eviscerate, Sap, Shadow Step. We have 6. We have no weapons, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to pick up Perdition's Blade or something like that.
Yeah.
And Target Dummy is a good combo card and for a fast deck, but this deck obviously did this. So here I go with the Gnomish.
Yeah, and one thing to think about is because we don't have a bunch of small bodies that we can make, having Gnomish Experimenter makes us that 1/1 chicken, and it does come into play. Having just small pings on the board is important regardless of whether you can use it to Cold Blood or Powerful Bombing out. Just having it on board helps you make slightly better trades on board.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely gnomish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's our deck. So let's talk about it a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
So so one of the things I've learned by watching your videos and some of the reading I think is trying to identify your win condition, right? How are we winning with this deck? Right? What's the goal? So we actually have not a great, but we have a decent early game. We have six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops of various quality, right? So it does allow us to at least put something out on 2 and not miss a 2-drop, which is really, really important in Arena. We have a couple good 3-drops, but we don't have a very strong 3 presence. We don't have 1 Ogre Brute, SI7. We need the combo, which is not going to necessarily happen all the time. So it's good. It's not really a 3-drop.
Ooh.
Can you please ask the person you are coaching to call Sukuba Hoser?
Oh my God, Spanky! Thank you for the very generous tip, dude. Yeah, David, we have a request from someone watching. They ask you to ask. They're asking you to call Sukuba Hoser.
To call who?
Sukuba a hoser.
Sukuba Hoser. All right, Sukub, you're a hoser.
There you go. Thank you, David.
Hey, hoser.
But yeah, you're right. You should be identifying what your win condition is, but generally your win condition changes with first you look at who you're facing when you get into a game. You're like, okay, druids tend to be slow, so maybe I'm the aggressor. And sometimes we are facing against a hunter, and you're like, hunters tend to be fast. I'm playing control. But at the same time, as you're playing the game, those roles can switch. They can switch as many times, maybe 4 or 5 times even. So for the most part, this deck looks very mid-rangey, mid-range to control. Has a lot of slow cards, and I see like Paladin, Sky Golem, Draconid, and cards that go 2 for 1. Some Walker, Archer Commander go 2 for 1, but they're a little bit slower to set up. So that's why I would say that this deck is more of a mid-range control deck.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into the games with that mindset, but once we see who our opponent is, we might change up our strategy to play out the game.
So one of the things I'm seeing is that we have no deadly poisons, right? No backstabs. We have no tinkers. So we're not going to be using our face a lot. So
I don't know. Our hero power is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hero power is pretty good.
So it'll be we have a couple. We have one big taunt, Fen Creeper. I like having at least whenever possible when you can fit it in a deck. You get a Fen Creeper, you get an antique heal bot. Often that helps to carry the game, especially if you have a game that's you just need to go a little bit further, stretch it out a little bit longer to get that win. You've got board control, but you might not have quite enough tempo to beat your opponent down before because you're low on health, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So I think basically we'll try and be playing some minions, trading up whenever we can. And then build kind of establish
we'll talk about it when we get into a game, but for the most part, what we do with this deck and what you do with most control decks is you just keep up with your opponent turn for turn until you find a spot to out tempo them, and that's when you start to you're the winner now. You're the one that's asking the questions, and they need answers for your questions. So we'll identify when those times are. And we'll talk about how our game plan changes once we get into those situations. But let me add you on Blizzard. Can you show me your your game ID?
See it there?
Yep. And then perfect. And yeah, whenever you're ready, let's get into a game.
Okay. Do we want to make a prediction here?
What is your prediction for this deck?
If I was playing it, I'd say 5 or 6. With you, I'm hoping we can bump it up by a couple wins.
Okay, I think it's not like a super strong deck. There's nothing that makes it overpowered, but there's nothing that makes it really weak either. I think it's a very solid deck, and playing slow, thinking through our turns, I think it's very possible that we can, go 8, 9, maybe even 12. So let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do here. All right, I'm pressing play.
Yep.
So, what do you think of the new hero portraits?
Uh, the new hero portraits. I don't know about the new hero portraits. I'm more excited about Tavern Brawl, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Tavern Brawl looks like it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, skins are cool, but they're really just skins. I can just
Yeah.
imagine that I have the skin on without paying $10 for it. But the new game mode, man, that is something.
That
It's
is-
something I've been
that-
waiting for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so here I pretty much ditch everything.
Um,
Although it is Paladin, Fan of Knives is can be useful. We have two though, so but I'd still would ditch everything.
yeah, I would send them all off. There's something to consider with if we did have a good curve, like if we had like a double 2-drop or a 2-4, maybe keep Phantom Knives to counter muster, but it's more important to dig for the 2 than keep something that counters one of his cards.
Right. Yeah. Yesterday I had a guy play Shielded Minibot followed by Argent Commander, Argent Defender followed by Muster for Battle. It was very bad.
Huh, this is really... That's weird. Spectate mode seems to be lagging.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second, let me see if I can rejoin.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna press end turn because I got no 1 mana cards.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm still sharing the screen. If I stop sharing the screen, maybe that would be better.
It's working now. Let's
Okay.
we'll see.
All right.
We'll see if it doesn't work again. So what's your
So
plan?
here I would play Amani over Unstable Ghoul.
Yep, I agree. So here, what I'm thinking about is I want to anticipate him playing Shielded Mini. Even if it's not a Shielded Mini, it could be a 2-3. And if we
Yeah.
use our hero power, there's no way he could counter the 5-1 that comes out. So he needs to have a 3-2. So you're forcing an answer very early. And even if he does have a 3-2, we can play the Unstable Ghoul after. Pretty straightforward stuff. Coin. Okay.
Spider Tank? Grizzly. Okay. So we have a play next turn. So I would probably here just dagger up, kill the Grizzly, and trade. Even though it's not super efficient. Or we could cycle with Fan of Knives, but then we don't have the weapon for when we bring our 4-drop out.
So here, whenever your opponent coins, you can expect to see something similar over again, or they're trying to set something up. If he anticipates us hero power hitting, then he has an empty board. Maybe he has a weaker 3-drop that he wants to play. The fact that he played a 3-3 with a coin doesn't make me think he has a strong 3-drop. Right? If you usually you use the coin to get ahead of your opponent. Here it's like a equalizing position where we have dagger in hand. So here I'd probably just go with the Unstable Ghoul.
Okay.
Try to protect
pass?
and
Or-
pass, and try to protect the Amani.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and also we get the buff from the Amani once the Unstable Ghoul dies, and we could hero power to finish off the 3-1.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Or we can just Fan of Knives too. I don't think it's unlikely that he's playing
But
some
I'd
kind
like
of
to
weird
keep Fan
muster
of Knives
turn.
for if he brings out something with a shield or starts bringing out some tokens.
Yeah, it's an ideal situation.
So, question for you: if you're a hunter and on the first pick you're offered a Blood Knight or a Sea Giant, and I forget what the other one was, crap. Which one would you go for?
First pick, huh?
First pick, yeah.
Blood Knight or Sea Giant. It depends on if I was scorned by a Paladin or not recently. If I was, then I might go with the Blood Knight pick, but probably Sea Giant, and I'll try to draft in more of a way where, I like flood the board.
Okay. All right. So here, he went off curve to play an Argent Protector and protect his Grizzly, which was okay, I guess. We could trade, play Fan of Knives, which would be a little subpar. But here I'd probably just trade and play the Yeti.
Yeah, I like it. If he Blessing a King's a 2-1, it's still a 6-5. It's in reach of our hero power. So we have an answer to it. That's the important part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but we're still in a winning position here. So we just have to see what he plays next.
He's played the Coin, the Grizzly, Argent,
So here, looking at his plays, I don't think this is a very strong player, and the reason why I say that is because the 2-drop came from the very right side. That's the card he drew, and he coined out Grizzly without a follow-up play, and you can't have his follow-up play be Archer Protector because we had the option to kill the Grizzly, so it doesn't really make sense that he would coin without a follow-up. So I would keep that in mind, and it kind of helps when you're making decisions. It's just a thing to keep your eye on.
Yeah, well, here I'd probably just go with the Twilight Drake over the Lost Tall Strider.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, Fan of Knives and Coin and Hero Power does nothing, so.
Yeah, I mean, it helps clear the Shield Mini over 2 turns, but I think that's way too slow.
Yeah. It's nice to have another 4/5. He cleared 1 4/5, he had to use 2 cards to do it, so.
Mm-hmm. The fear here is something like Blessing of Kings. It's not as bad.
This is where we need our Bloodsail Corsair, you see. It's the power card of this deck.
It would be pretty decent here.
It would be. Yeah. Well, I always, when you draft, you find cards that... oh, so there you go. So here I go, Stormwind Knight, Hero Power. Although that gives him the board, but I mean, the other play would be Dragon and Crusher, and again, he can trade for it, so...
Yeah, I like it. I like the Stormwind Knight Hero Power. I was thinking whether we should Shadow Step or not. I don't think we should. I think we should let him kill this.
Right.
That way he can't, kill our Lost Tall Strider, which is so weak to his weapon. Okay. Next turn we have a turn with Fan of Knives, Lost Tall Strider. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but we'll see.
Well, it looks like it might be okay, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad turn.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Got nothing else, and
yeah.
Although I should.
Yeah, just an ordering thing. Not a big deal. Okay.
I don't think I need to attack here, so I will just end turn.
Okay, sounds good. So, I mean, we've kept up with him for the early turns, and now we're going towards the late game. I think we're in a decent spot, if not a great spot. Have hard removal for something big. Have big minions to help get us the board / push out the win.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
That's annoying. If we had 9 mana, we'd be good. So here we have something. I could combo out the SI7, and that would allow me to kill 3 creatures on his board. Kill the 3/4 with the Assassinate, trade into the 1/4 with the actually I could clear his entire board. Clear the 1/4 with the 5/4, SI7 the 3/2, and then dagger the 1/1, and that gives us a 3/3 and a 5/3 on the board. The other option, Piloted Sky Golem, kill the 5/4, and then nothing. So, I think that's what I would do. Is I go with the just clearing the board, even though it's doing an Assassinate on a Ascension is not fantastic. I think that's what I would do.
So here he's played Hero Power several times. I would run the 5/4 into the 1/4, and I would play the Piloted Sky Golem.
Sure.
And I'll tell you why. He's played Hero Power so many times that it makes me believe that his hand is a little bit heavier. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a 4-state Max come out next turn. And here, also the trade for the 1/4 is so that it forces the 3/2 go into it. So if he killed the 3/4, he would run the 1/1 in, but now he has to run a 3/2. It's like turning his 1/4 into a 1/1 pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So. And I think we could wait on using the Assassinate for now. We're not under too much pressure yet. Okay, is he gonna double trade? No. Okay.
Ooh.
Played around Betrayal well.
Yeah, he did. So here I'd probably do Betrayal on the, let's see. Betrayal, Probably Betrayal on the Raptor, face into the 3/4 into the 3/1 now, and then trade the 6/4s. And then what
Yeah,
do we
it's a
do?
bit
And then
unreliable,
assassinate
right?
something. And then assassinate something.
So let's say that we did that and we ran the 6/4 into a 3/2. It would force the 2/2 in because we dagger the 1/1, or the 1/1 would be dead to Betrayal. Here, I would rather just skip that whole process, run the 6/4 into a 3/4, dagger the 1/1, right? And then we play Draconid and SI7 into the 3/2. This does allow him to get a pretty decent trade on the Draconid, but that means that we're not taking that face damage, which is important. And we know that
Okay.
our deck is heavier enough. And this is the point where you kind of know your deck. And you're like, okay, this kind of deck play is viable. We give up a little bit of a card, but you know, our top deck should be stronger than our opponents, and this gives us board presence and saves our, you know, assassinate and removal.
Okay, interesting. Now, unless he has something, we can shadow step the SI7 next turn.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's going to run his 2/2 into the 6/1.
Hey, it's slightly worse RNG than him.
Now, see if it came in and gave us the weapon, I'd take that.
Yeah. Okay.
So here I would dagger the 1/1. Betrayal onto the 3/3 to hit the 6/3. Run the Arathi into it. That's not.
But then we can't remove the 3/3, and this Divine Shield 3/3 would kill our 3/3 for free. I think the easiest way to deal with this is just to assassinate the 6/6 and just remove the Divine Shield with your face. Generally, whenever you see a Divine Shield, your mouth should like water up. Ooh,
What the hell did I just do there? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
it's okay. Like your mouth should water up a little bit and try to remove it with the shield. But so here, since we used a dagger like that, we have to make a
I don't
different
know
play.
why I did that. That was
okay.
idiotic.
It's okay. It
That was a real.
happens.
Yeah. Okay.
So here I'll probably just hit the 3/3 into the 1/1, shadow step it back, hit the 3/3 with the battle cry, and then trade. Oh, no, shadow step. And then play the ship's cannon. Yeah, we can even hero power back up, and then we trade. Okay.
Shit. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what happened there.
That's okay. It's okay. Are you using like a touchpad?
No, it's a mouse.
It's a mouse. Okay.
I thought I'd selected the assassinate for some weird reason. I'd selected my guy.
No problem. It happens.
Ah. Man, I took 6 damage for no reason. I'm really annoyed with myself.
It's okay.
Okay. So Fen Creeper, Betrayal.
All
right.
And here, something that I would do is I would hero power the 4/4 preemptively, and then hit his face with the SI7. So what this does is, because we're playing a Paladin, we need our hero power every turn for his 1/1s to counter those. So by hitting it now, we can clear 1/1 every turn. We don't have to skip clearing a 1/1, which would, you know, which would save our 3/3 or 3/6 from 1 health. Okay.
Oh.
Good.
How lucky.
Pretty lucky.
It makes it for an idiotic mistake on the dagger. All right. Do we cycle?
Yeah, definitely. We can't skip this turn. Like at this point, whenever you're top decking, you just want a little bit more tempo, and that'll win you the game.
Let's see. Perfect.
Yep.
Oop.
And I would actually hit his face with the dagger.
Yeah, because we have nothing that costs more than 6 mana anyway. So
exactly.
Oh, venomized.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, why do you do that?
Ooh.
That's a waste.
All right. I would actually keep this here. I don't think we need a 1/2 on the board.
It's a 1/1 killer. Does 1 damage repeating from this point,
Yeah, but
which is
what if
pretty.
you tell it's a
It's gonna come down to
So-
a couple damage points. I would play it.
I kill a 1/1 with my face, kill another 1/1 with a 3/2, and then just hit his face with a 3/6? Or do we want to clear?
So the one minion I would really clear is the 2/3, just because that's the most dangerous if he does have Blessing of Kings. Like here, I think this is his preference. You can choose to kill the 1/1s or not with the 3/2. Like the face would always go, but you could leave a 1/1 for him.
No, I don't want a Blessing of Kings to come in and... Well, then again, he can always cast a 1/1, but...
So yeah, with this, you can keep your eye on this 1-drop and see like the effect of having it on board. I think it'll do a lot more than you would expect.
Right.
Okay, that's a pretty damn good
sap?
sap. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Okay. Six, 7, 8. 1 off lethal. But yeah, I mean at this point you don't want to keep tech cards when you're top decking. Like things like MC Tech and like BGH and even Spellbreaker. Like don't keep them in your hand because it's so important to get those damage points in when you have the board when you're ahead and you're in top deck mode. So here, how would you trade?
1/2 into the 1/1, my face into the 1/1, and then just go face.
Yep. But yeah, don't like you try when they have a board to hit your tech cards, but at that point where they don't, it's just not worth keeping in your
Yeah.
hand.
No, you're right. So I don't think he can draw anything that gets him the win here. So.
Deathwing. Deathwing is always the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My friend who's watching here, Ben, he loves Deathwing. He puts in like every deck he plays. All right,
Deathwing
so
can be good in arena.
yeah, absolutely. The problem is in arena, it's to get to turn 10, it doesn't happen very often.
It's just a matter of it's just a matter of your deck. Sometimes you can't curve out your deck properly because that's just your draft, but I would say like 90% of your decks you could probably curve out properly as long as you're not too greedy with like the picks.
Right.
Yeah, and this is like the reason why we picked like a Yeti over an Eviscerate for curve reasons.
Yeah, we picked that. That was later in the draft. I think
Yeah.
that was like past week 20. Yeah.
That was like 25 or something.
All right. Okay, so we're 1-0. Despite my silly mistake of taking 6 damage for absolutely no good reason.
It's BM, right?
Yeah. All right. So
That was
we're
a
ready for the
BM?
second game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So you play how much Hearthstone every day? Because I don't watch your stream much. I do watch your video. That's just because of my schedule.
Yeah.
But you're online how long? How many hours a day?
Oh man, I maybe play like 8-9 hours a day.
Woo!
That's average. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but yeah, have a 13,000 or so games won. So that's maybe like 20,000 games played.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a lot.
And you play a lot more arena than constructed, right?
Oh yeah, almost like 12,000 of those are in arena.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of constructed. I do play it from time to time. It can be fun, but So, all right. So we're playing a hunter. I would keep the unstable gold here. It is a taunt. It's possible he'd be playing things like Haunted Creeper or Tide Hunter or other token generating minions. So I'm going to keep the unstable goal.
Yeah, I like it here.
And then, and then get rid of the other two.
Yeah, I mean with this deck, we're gonna keep 2s and 3s, and that's pretty much it.
Oh well, we have a 1 play. Now the question is, do we want to try and keep? I wouldn't. I would just put it out. Although it is possible we could hit his Glaive Zuka, but I would just play the Bloodflow Corsair here.
The benefit of playing it here is if he plays a 3-2, we can hero power to kill it, because it'll be a 3-1, right?
Yeah.
And also, if he plays a 2/3, we have the Amani to back it up, so it'll be a 2/2, and we play Amani without having to hero power up, because the one
Right.
damage is already done. So I think it's fine to play it here.
So
You could also save it, I wouldn't mind, but I think it's fine. It's a little bit more
now,
aggressive.
the thing is that I play, like I said, I do play a bit hunter, and you don't always get a Glaivezuka. So, although it's a fantastic card, it's just one of the best hunter cards to draft. It's never a bad play, that card.
Yeah. So much baby murder in chat.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was watching the chat there earlier. Man, some people are just weird. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah.
And so is he going to Arcane Shot this thing? Arcane Shot. All right. Fantastic. He's wasted 3 cards to get rid of our 1/2. So here I'd play the Unstable Ghoul. It really counters his Young Priestess.
So with this kind of play, you don't come across this situation often where you have an unstable ghoul or a young priestess. So what you should do is imagine the 2/3 being played and the 3/2. Those are 2 common 2 drops. And
Yeah.
also imagine the buff going off. So it'd be a 2/4 and also a 3/3.
Yep.
So in those cases, can we clear up with Fan of Knives? Can we clean up?
So play the Amani, you said?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Oh.
So would it be better to unstable ghoul or would it be better to hero power to kill it? It's the question I'm asking you. Like, can we clean up if he has a 2/4
Yeah, he
or a
brings,
3/3?
okay, so he brings out a 3/2. We have a dagger. We come out with next turn Fan of Knives. We kill it. If he comes out with a 2/3,
Which would be a 2/4.
we play. Yeah.
I think unstable ghoul is fine. I think we could deal with it.
Yeah.
Even if he Glaivezukas, he's trading the minion and he can't use his weapon, right? Because there's nothing to use it on. And our Amani has 3 health, so it's not a big deal either. If our Amani was a 3/2, I think I'd go for a slower play and just hero power to kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't even really considered that. I was like,
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything for us. So here I really like the idea. So 3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
We could play Fan of Knives on curve, draw a card, but I don't think. Well, I like the idea of putting the Amani on Berserker on the board because then we can kill the 2/1 and makes it a 1/1, and then we could write it in and immediately make the Amani a 5/2.
Yeah, there's that. And also, if you want to think about like your reach on the board, so the trade that always happens is 1/3 into 2/1. So start with that.
Yeah.
And one thing I would think about is his 3-drop, and the fact that Fleshing Ghoul or Unstable Ghoul can be counted as 2 damage since the Death Rattle did 1 as well. Next turn we're going to play Hero Power and Goblin Auto Barber, so that's 2 more. So that's 4 reach on the board without the Amani, and the Amani will be set at 5 to deal with his 4 drop, right? Senjins, Yetis, whatever it may be. So
Exactly.
if his 3-drop is a Spider Tank or an Ogre Brute, we have the perfect reach to deal with that, and then we still have board control and are already set up to deal with this turn 4 play.
And he wasted the coin already, so.
Yeah, and another thing that we should, this is one thing that you should keep your eye on. If your opponent misses a turn, like this guy missed his turn too, that means that he doesn't have a 2-drop in his deck, right? So I'd keep my eye on that, and just remember he doesn't have a 2-drop. So if you can force a removal, like let's say turn 6, you're weak against multi-shot, you're not that weak against multi-shot because he can't follow it up with the 2-drop. And it's just a play that removes and he can't actually develop his own board. So you just want to keep your eye on these things, and it's a huge tell. And this one was a very obvious one because he, just hero powered. It's a little bit tougher when you're trying to read like paladins, which 1/1s do stuff, and then rogues where you can combo with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that, in order to get to, to be really, really good, it's something that you should keep your eye on.
Yeah. So I'm not using my weapon here on him, and I think that that's okay. I think we should just wait.
Yeah, definitely. Just hold it. Especially because we know our 6 slot is so clogged, we might draw into 6 into 6, and then we need 2 charges if we use it next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this matchup, we're going to identify ourselves as being the aggressor, or not the aggressor, but, control, so no need to rush him down for now.
So here I would Fan of Knives, Ship's Cannon, hit the 3/1 and run my 4/3 to his face.
Sure. I don't mind Paladin Sky Golem hit his face, but that's just me. I would like to Use
You
Pilot's
think?
Gamble and Curve. Yeah, because one thing that we know is we're going
Yeah.
to be fan and knivesing, and that'll finish off the Scarlet anyways. So why skip this turn?
Oh, that's true, and he'll probably run his Scarlet into our 4/3, and then we can
Yep.
Fan of Knives next turn. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
The
I
fan
don't
knife's
think
just too slow.
Yeah. And we might hit something else with the Fan of Knives, which wouldn't be bad either.
Exactly. And it also helps our betrayal become a little bit better.
Oh, interesting. So he kills both of our guys. Ooh.
Now he's gotta be scared. He's
Oh,
back.
look at that. So we don't even need to Fan of Knives. Just run the 1/3 into the 4/2 who kills everything.
And what would you follow up with?
I'd follow up with Fence Creeper,
Mhm.
with Fence Creeper and Ship's Cannon. I mean,
Okay, sure.
we're doing 10 damage to his face, so
Sure. He could get us with the lucky multi-shot, but okay. I think it's okay. And try to think about explosive trap or explosive shot positioning. There really is
Yes.
not too weak.
well,
of
I'm
a
gonna put the
positioning
Ship's
here.
Cannon between the two, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine. We're really not weak to it anyways. And here, looking
Here,
at our
I
damage.
hit his face here with my
Yeah,
dagger.
exactly. Because we have 10, 10, 15, 17 next turn.
Yeah, he must not have liked that Dune Mall Shaman. Dune Mall, what's he called?
Zumal Shaman, I believe.
Yeah, Shaman. I don't think he liked seeing that.
Yeah. Looks like he drew bad.
Yeah. So here I would play the Stormwind Knight to the left of the Ship's Cannon, and then just hit face.
Yep. And I would even redagger up. I don't want to use fan yet. I wouldn't cycle it yet, but yeah.
No, if he comes up with something like a Sunwalker or something, Fan of Knives could be really useful.
Yeah, but we also just have our hero power.
Oh, that's true at this point. I guess we're.
But I guess if he plays like Soulwalker or Noitron, it might help us push out the win. Okay.
So what does she say when she comes out? Because it sounds to me like she says "for ménage à trois."
Hey, you can imagine that if you like.
That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
I like that. That's what she says. That's exactly what she says. For ménage à trois.
That's right.
nice.
Well, you spend all that time with the Nagas. Who knows?
Yep. That's what the Nagas like to do.
So, did you play WoW before playing, or Hearthstone? Maybe you still play WoW?
I couldn't get into WoW. I played for a little bit, and then it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. It
Okay.
just took a little bit too long to get from like place to place.
Oh yeah.
Too much downtime.
Especially in the early days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we had two fairly easy games.
Yeah.
I think our first opponent wasn't that good of a player, and our second opponent didn't have that good of a deck. So, that's what I've kind of seen so far.
Yeah.
We haven't had a real challenge yet.
Yep. Sure.
All right. So, ready for game 3?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, no, I played WoW like since 2004, and I got all the way. I was playing fairly regularly. Never got huge into raiding. Did a little bit of that, but then it took me about a year to get my first character to level 60, and then I didn't play for a long time, and I got back into it. I bought Pandaria, and I started a character, and it took me 3 weeks with my work schedule to get my character from level 1 to 83.
Well, can't you pay for level 90? Like, it doesn't Blizzard sell that?
Well, maybe, but I didn't want to do that. I like the leveling up process. So.
Yeah, it's part of the game, right?
Yeah. All right. So here we're rogue. So I wouldn't keep any of the minions. I'm not sure if I would keep the betrayal or not. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. Like, once again, rogues are floody. They could flood, but at the same time, I would not plan to get behind and keep betrayal. So I'd probably just remove it, try to draw into an actual 2-drop. I hate planning to like be in a losing position and playing in
No,
that
correct.
way.
But it's something like a Defias ringleader or something. It's
Yeah.
always there we go. We got a decent. We just need a. If we can get another 2-drop or another 3-drop, we're good.
Yeah.
So here I would pass. We don't have anything to play. If I coin out the Brewmaster, I got nothing next turn except dagger up, which actually isn't a bad play for rogues.
But in case he has a backstab, we don't want to give our coin plus a card for backstab.
Yeah. So I would just pass here.
Yep. I agree.
I'd rather coin out the Ogre Brute. So you okay with the play? Coin out Ogre Brute?
So the problem with coin out Ogre Brute is that we don't have a follow-up, right? If we had another 3-drop, it'd be pretty strong.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just
So,
noticed that. Shoot.
Yeah, so here I'd probably just play the Youthful Brew.
Yeah.
And the turn that we're trying to coin out on to get tempo is turn 4. Not turn 4, but a 4-drop on turn 3. Because you have 2 of them. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, Ogre Brew would be really good against that 2-3, but so would Archil and Yeti against his probable turn 3 play. Right? So that's the way we want to look at it. He's going to kill it. Oh my god.
Interesting.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, so here I would coin out the Yeti and trade into his cleric.
Yep, love it.
So I think that's I think he's. We'll see what kind of deck he has. Maybe he's going to surprise us and come up with all this fiddly diddly. But
the best answer I could think of is like Dark Eyed Dwarf, but that really would not be that bad, even. I'm surprised he didn't trade there. I think trading there was really strong for him.
Well, yeah,
Almost
for
game
sure.
winning.
It would have left him with a 3-1.
Yeah.
And that would have been much better.
Yeah.
So 3-4 does nothing. It's not like we're going to eviscerate or anything. So.
It's another way to read your opponent, see how strong they are of the player. Sap. Okay, so he's given us a card, but now he's saying, okay, with tempo I can beat you with your extra card.
Yeah. So just play out the Yeti again?
Yep.
I mean, then we've got the play after Fen Creeper, then we've got a Sunwalker, and then he'll have to start trading. And that's obviously that's not what he wants to do.
Yeah, there's going to be taunt after taunt. He might have a lot of burst in his hand. That's the only thing I can think of for not taking a good trade like that. Is that he has a lot of burst, and he wants to just end this game quickly.
I would say no now. If he played like a Spectral, like a Silver Hand Knight or a Spectral Knight right there, maybe, but with an Oasis, I mean, I don't know what he's doing. So I would just put out the Fen Creeper and kill the Giblin.
2736. The problem is that the Oasis Snapshot not only challenges the Fen Creeper, but it also challenges with the Yeti after you kill it. After he has like an Eviscerate, that's all he needs. Eviscerate onto the Fen Creeper and then kills it, and then it's a 2-4 up against a 4-2.
Okay.
Although we do have a Sunwalker follow-up, which isn't so bad. I don't hate the Sap Ogre Brute, but also don't hate Fen Creeper.
What would you'd sap what though?
The Oasis.
The Oasis?
But here, maybe we just go with Fen Creeper. It's just a little bit ugly, the board. But because we have the Sunwalker to protect the Yeti from the Oasis Snapjaw, if he does have Eviscerate or Cold Blood, I think it's fine. So I'd probably just Fen Creeper here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to keep my sap for. Although I mean, sapping an Oasis is kind of annoying because it's like, playing it is a less than an optimal play, and then so I'm giving him back a less than optimal play.
Yeah, but you never really want to think about it that way. Like on this board, the Oasis Snapjaw is pretty much Bolt Fist Ogre. It kills our Yeti in one hit, right?
Right.
Yeah, and if he has an Eviscerate, he just clears it. So the silence isn't as bad. It's not as bad as the Eviscerate. Okay.
So here I'd Betrayal, Dagger, and then play the Lost Altrider.
So we don't have enough mana for that?
We don't? Let's see.
That's
Betrayal is 2. Oh, right. Dagger. So, scooped.
So I'm always concerned about what my board looks like. You could do that and do Betrayal, but with any play with Betrayal, unless you're using Sap, you're not using all your mana, which means you're falling behind on board. So
if I Betrayal and then kill, and then put out the 5/4, and then that leaves me with what, a 3/4, which isn't bad.
we could do that, but at the same time, why not just Dagger up instead of using Betrayal? So here I would probably go with Trade for the 2/3, Hero Power, the 2/1, and play the Tall Strider. You never want to get into thinking that you always have to clear board. this is a much stronger play. We have a 5-4 and a 3-6 instead of having just a 3-4 on an empty board. The 3-4 is not going to be very strong against his turn 7 play, but now that we have the 5-4, it can help trade up, and we won't be constantly behind trying to catch up to his play.
Yeah, I just like the fact that he had 3 minions and the sap was going to, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a blade. Money, okay. So if he's going to go face, yeah, you go face. Okay, so here, next play, we got to play Sunwalker here. Sunwalker, Bloodsail. Or, yeah, I don't.
Do we play Sunwalker?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking here. Because otherwise, the other option is what we...
I mean, there is a small betrayal thing we could do, but it doesn't seem very strong on this board.
No,
I think I would just double trade and play Sunwalker. Like, trade the 3-4 into 2-3 and 5-4 into 2-3. Leave him with the 4-4 and dagger up against Sunwalker. You still can't clear the Sunwalker. And be careful of your positioning with Sunwalker. You probably want to put it in the middle or on the very right side. That way you can't kill it with the Lost Hall Strider. But, yeah. I'd probably put it in the middle. But this is fine, too. It really depends. This one depends more on what's in his hand to follow up the betrayal.
Did you play the Bloodsail Corsair to the complete right here?
No, I would not play it at all because it really doesn't help our position at this point. All it does is makes us vulnerable to MC Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was like an option between playing like a 5-5 and not playing a 5-5, I'll play the 5-5 because it does help our board position enough to make up for the fact that he might have MC Tech. But here it's just, I think, almost strictly a worse position to have it.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like that.
All right, so here Betrayal onto the 4-4 onto the 6-4. Or...
I mean, you never know what's going to come out, but the 5-2 likely deals with it. I might play Flashing Ghoul and then do that.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful with positioning again. Like, it would be better if we were planning to sack the 4-5.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Should have put it to the other side. So here I run the 4-5 into the 4-4, the 5-2 into the 4-4. Go face. Play the Boulder Fist.
Yeah, and play the Ogre Brute, sure. I like that. So I don't know why he didn't pop the shield. Seems bad.
Do I keep my dagger or go for face here?
I'll keep the dagger one time. Because we have Fan of Knives, we don't know what we're going to draw into. So we might want to Fan of Knives and then play a 6-drop, which we have very many of. Very many 6-drops. And we also might want a Hero Power.
So I see an interesting play here.
No longer. No Shadow Step.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's the dream, though, right?
Yeah, it would have been nice.
10.
You get max value on that card. All right, so here I'd run the 4-4, the Ogre Brute into the Dancing Sword, see if it hits, and then adjust my turn from there.
So before you do that, I think more importantly, looking at this hand, I would like to cycle. We're at low health, so although we're completely dominating the board, we're also still kind of at threat of him bursting us down with, just like triple eviscerate, something ridiculous, right? So here I'll try to get rid of Fan of Knives, and I'll just cycle it.
Really?
Yep. At this point, it's just a card that gets in the way of the other card that's about to come out.
Okay, and then what? Run the 3-2 into the 4-4?
Yep. So now we can develop something much bigger.
All right. And here I'd actually run the Sunwalker to his face, and then Shadow Step and cast it again.
I think that's a little bit too scared. I would probably just Archmage hit his face.
Okay.
So although we are at risk of him bursting us down, that's most likely the only way he wins this game. I wouldn't go to that point where we're not really playing around anything specifically, like no specific cards. It's just I feel like that's dangerous, so I want to get the taunt back or like the Divine Shield back on the taunt. You know what I mean?
Played it in the wrong order even.
Yeah. He knows it's over.
Yeah. All right, good game.
Good.
We're doing well.
Yeah, 3-0. Good start.
So I like that. You've couple key plays. Oh, let me, yeah.
Couple key plays. I mean, for the most part, you got it down. It's just sometimes it's good to just think about your opponent's turn more than you think about your own. I think that's how most players should play. Is you shouldn't be really looking at what you have, but what your opponent will most likely play. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think back on that game, trying to, because there were a couple plays there where I would have done something, and then you said, well, let's do something a little bit different, and I think that was key. So the not playing the betrayal a couple times and holding on to it, and instead developing the lost tall strider.
Yeah. So that one, I think a lot of players get stuck on the thought that, oh, there's like a bunch of guys out, I should Holy Nova this turn, or I should Consecration this. Like, what is a play that I can play with Consecration? But you are never forced into one of those plays. There's always another play. And sometimes the other play is stronger, sometimes it's not. Maybe it's right to Holy Nova. It's just, it depends, right? We couldn't develop. If we could play a 2-drop and do the Betrayal play, it'd be a lot stronger to have a 2-drop and a 3/4 Fen Creeper. That way we could deal with our opponent's upcoming turn 6 turn. But since we didn't, I didn't want to have our 3/4 go up against something like a Boulder Fist Ogre, and then we're back on, playing from behind again.
Right. Yeah. No, that was smart. I like that. Okay. All right. I'm just going to get a glass of water, and then I'll start up the game 4.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to be right back to you guys. Right back. Okay. Ping sounds. Can you hear that? Can you guys really hear that? The bathroom's so far away. Can't believe you guys can actually hear that.
What's that?
Apparently, you can hear all the way to my bathroom through my mic.
Could have been mine. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. Let's do game 4.
But yeah, Rogue is a really strong class at the moment. It's always been a pretty strong class in Arena, but it's probably one of the slightly more difficult classes to play since your hero power is never like minus tempo per se, because it sticks on the board, and so it's hard to say. There's a lot of hard, like difficult, like decision making points when you play Rogue.
Okay, so we're playing Priest. We have the Bloodsail Corsair. It's always a good 1-drop, and I mean, so I would keep it. I keep the Agamotto Barber, and I would just get rid of the other 2 cards.
Okay, I like it. So here I only like it because we have Goblin Auto Barber. If we didn't have the Goblin Auto Barber, I would toss the Bloodsail Corsair because it doesn't really do anything. It just kind of dies for free with this hand.
Yeah, well, we could toss it and then plan on going coin, dagger, turn 1, turn 2, Goblin Auto Barber. But when you coin dagger, it's a tell. I mean,
yeah, I would keep it. I think it works with the Goblin Auto Barber. So
Okay.
either we hero power and kill a 3/2, or we have a hero power that sticks and we can Goblin Auto Barber on 3 and finish off the 2/3 that kills the 1/2. Is the plan.
All right, so drop the Bloodsail Corsair here.
Yep.
You're not gonna. It's not great value, but it's something. If he plays a shielded me, if he played as a Noyatron here, that'd be good.
Oh, it would.
Zombie Chow. I hate Zombie Chow. Such a good card.
So here I would say that we got some information though. So on turn 2 he plays Zombie Chow. So I'm gonna say that he probably doesn't have a 2-drop.
Right? Yeah, I think he top decked it and he doesn't have a 2-drop.
Yeah. Or he's trying to set up some kind of balance and you'd rather use it on that card. We'll see.
Oh, interesting. So here, so if he kills it, it becomes a 2/2. Doesn't do much. We have a dagger. Then next turn we play Goblin Auto Barber and we can kill it and get our life back. So I would just dagger up here.
Yep. And his face with the 1/2.
That's right.
Okay, good. So the plan is to Goblin Auto Barber, maybe even Goblin Auto Barber Coin Eviscerate. I think Dark Cultist is a very likely play as well.
Yeah.
So if we can get him off the board early, that'd be really good.
Oh, Shrinkmeister. Interesting. So you kept the Shrinkmeister, but he's playing off curve right now, which is good. So obviously we play, if we play the Goblin Auto Barber, he kills it for free with the thing, but then we clear the board. Scooch.
So I think there's only 2 real options here, right? There's Goblin Auto Barber, we kill the 3/2, and then
Yep.
that's one play. And then the second play would be you can coin out the Abyss onto the 2/3 to save the 3/2. There are good reasons to do that and also good reasons not to. Like the 3/2, he's gonna play a 4-drop, which we can likely kill with our 2 attack weapon and the 3/2.
Right.
Also, there's a good reason to save the Eviscerate because we can just Eviscerate his 4-drop, or we have Yeti coming out, and if he plays another Yeti or a 3/5, our Yeti wins because we have the ping hero power. So you can go with either one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna keep the Eviscerate. It's a priest, and I think that the damage later might be useful.
Okay.
So, are we good?
Yep, I think that's fine. This does give him the option to do something like Power Trio, Valence. Generally, against like Paladin and Priest, and Shaman, I like to clear as often as I can. But I think it's fine. Okay.
So here we can Gnomish Experimenter, coin, Eviscerate, dagger. That gives us a 3/2 on the board, or we could just chill when Yeti pass.
So here, this is the situation I was talking about before, where if we have a Yeti versus a Yeti, our Yeti wins because we can ping his and he can't ping ours. So
Right.
I'd probably just Yeti. Yeah, and I would say
Yeti
the
pass?
Eviscerate. This is pretty much us with a 4/1 on board, if you think about how this trade resolves. So it's a 4/1 as opposed to using the Gnomish, which is a 3/2, plus getting rid of our Eviscerate. So we have a 3/2 with no reach, or we can have a 4/1 with the Eviscerate, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking he's probably going to run the 4/5, the Yeti, and then heal it or something.
Okay.
Or Valence. Okay. Well, then we can assassinate. Worst comes to worst.
Do we assassinate?
I'm not sure we do, but I mean, it is a 6/7. The things we assassinate, we essentially give him. He can then drop an ogre. But we can't. Let's see. Coin SI7, Eviscerate kills it with our face ball. That's not great. Not great.
I think assassinate's fine. It is a 6/7, but
Yeah.
also let's imagine him playing Boulder Fist Ogre next turn, and we're in the same spot, but we do have 1 more mana with the coin. So yeah, let's assassinate here. I wouldn't mind a Gnomish Experimenter plus the Unstable Ghoul play either. I'm okay with slow plays, but assassinate's fine here.
Yeah, it depends. If he's going to buff it more.
I don't think he'll buff it more.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, he could, but that's generally not a good play. And we want to kind of play around plays that are strong plays. Like there, he would only buff it if we played something that he couldn't kill with that, right?
Oh. So we have to kill that. So
Hey, that's a card.
Fan of Knives Eviscerate.
Yeah, let's start with Fan.
Eviscerate, and then coin out the ship's cannon.
Sure, I like it.
Because we got to have some board presence here eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ship cannon gives us more flexibility than the unstable ghoul.
Yeah. The unstable ghoul is a little bit faster too, right? Since taunt is an immediate change on the board.
Yeah. Do we have any pirates in this deck? Oh, we got the Corsair, but of course we drew it right off. Right at the beginning. All right, now we need to draw into our sabotage. Oh, okay. So here I'd play the two ghouls. I'd probably play Unstable Ghoul, Flesh-Eating Ghoul. That's what, 5, and then probably Gnomish Experimenter. Or Gnomish Experimenter first. I mean...
I would Gnomish first. I wouldn't plan on playing the Unstable. I mean, you could.
No.
I don't mind the Unstable Ghoul, Flesh-Eating Ghoul play, but then we wouldn't develop anymore.
Ooh!
So...
All right. So, what do you think then? What, go face and replay the...
I mean, I would just Unstable, and I would keep the dagger. Yeah. And then...
Unstable, but then do you play the...
No. Because then at that point, that's where you're kind of playing into Holy Nova a bit too much. Like, this is already a good Holy Nova for
You
him.
would keep the dagger?
Yeah, I would keep the
Would
dagger.
dagger up? Okay.
Because imagine, let's imagine him using something like Holy Nova to clear completely, right? Hit the 1/3 Holy Nova, it's a 5/5, and he could even heal it. We could we could Goblin Auto Barber and SI7 for exactly 5 damage. So
Yeah, okay.
that's why it's important to have the 2/1 dagger and not a fresh 1/1 dagger.
Oh, I like that. That's thinking ahead. So is that, what kind of dog you got there?
It's some kind of poodle mutt. We're not sure exactly what he is, but some kind of poodle mutt. Yeah, his name's Buster.
Buster. Yeah, so I find this a tough matchup with Priest, because if he starts coming up with things like Temple Enforcers and other big things, we could be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue tends to be good against Priest because Priest needs some kind of foot on the board, but Rogues have a lot of removal, so they have a lot of ways to remove your opponent's board. But it can really go either way depending on the deck.
So I think here we want to use the Betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we want to leave those things here. So Betrayal, hit the Tiger, that kills the Akanai. And then SI7, use our face to finish it. And that's what? That's 5 mana. And then, well, actually, first we start with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and then we do all that stuff.
So, I mean, why SI as opposed to just Goblin Auto Barber to buff up the 3?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I'd
So
probably
Betrayal, so Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Betrayal, Goblin Auto Barber, and finish off the...
exactly.
deck. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, hold on, pause. So you want to make sure you Betrayal first, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, just making sure. Okay. Okay, good. Good.
All right, end turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we changed the board. He's got more cards, but we have a taunt, and we can follow it up with a 2 damage. It's not too bad.
Mm-hmm. I think our position's pretty good here. We can clear that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. So here I'd go with Piloted Shredder, SI7, kill the 5/5 Degra.
Yep, I like it.
We don't need the Fin Creeper right now.
Mm-hmm. And we also don't need to hit his face. He's at 30 and he's a priest. Usually games against priest, you win on board to win the game. Yeah.
So 3 damage is hard for a priest to do unless he's got he's been holding on to Spell Power plus Holy Nova.
Yeah. It's a good board.
Yeah, I like it. And we got a Fen Creeper to protect it, which is nice. So just make our unstable goal stronger.
Okay.
Oh.
Mind control.
Mind control. That's all right. So, huh.
We can go really greedy on this one. We could, but is that the smart thing to do? We could play it all.
So run the 3/3 to his face, the SI7,
Mm-hmm.
brew it back,
And use it again.
hit the 4/3 with the 2 damage.
Yeah, I think we
Kill
do
with
it.
face.
Yeah, we don't know what
So-
pops out of
so-
that, so I think we have to do it first.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be and hopefully we kill it and a 2/1 pops out would be sweet.
I mean, we gotta use our face on it, right? I mean, as long as it's like something our Fen Creeper can deal with, it's good.
And it's a priest, so positioning doesn't matter.
So here you
Okay.
could even think about hitting this 2/2, but probably still right to hit face. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's too much to pass up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think really, what's he going to do with a 2/2? You know, he can play an Argent Commander or another Alkanite Soul Priest.
Good. Ended up being really strong.
Just keeps making our goal bigger.
What is this?
Meister, Haunted Creeper.
Okay.
Okay. So here I would run the 3/3 into the 1/2. Then I would Fan of Knives. And then run the 3/4 and my face into the Akanai. And then hit his face with the ghoul. Alright. That's not great. Well, yeah, actually it means the Fen Creeper is going to be a 3/1. And he's left with a Shrinkmeister at 3/2.
Okay. Yeah, let's 3/3 into 1/2 and Fan of Knives first.
Yeah. And see what we get.
Yep. Might actually draw into lethal here. Okay. We're so close.
So, or I can just run my face to the 3/1 and leave the 3/4 there. And I don't like
Yeah.
leaving.
I don't mind leaving the Akanai. I mean, he didn't have a way to deal with the 12/3, so he obviously doesn't have something like a Light of Naru or Earthen Ring, or even a Voodoo Doctor. So I would use some art. Okay, so I'll just Overbrood here and hit his face with everything. Yep. So here, we could have just killed the 1/1, right? Or 3/1 with
Yeah,
our
we
dagger,
just
right?
took the 3/1 with our dagger. For some weird reason, I don't know why I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That would have been the better play because then he'd be at 3.
Because now, well, more important than that, now he can ping the 3/1 and trade the Akanai for the 12 for the ghoul.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so I mean, we go for it, right? Okay, so we double trade.
Yeah. Oh, that was silly of me. I feel silly for not using my face there before.
Okay, it happens. Okay.
So we have 6 damage. That does nothing for us. So I say we just go face. I mean, although he double trades.
So once again, we know our deck. We don't have to go face. We have a good enough curve, right? It also gives us a use out of Shadow Step. Shadow Step is
Well, that's true.
essentially.
We can kill the 2/3 with the 5/4.
Yep.
The flesh eating
And
goal
then
with the 5.
Shadow Step it back and play it again.
Yeah.
And that's probably the play I would go with here.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can't believe I screwed that up with the. That's a
It
mistake.
happens. We were getting close to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
road. It's not a big deal unless we lose.
Well, that's exactly it, right? Priests can come back from something like this.
They can.
So.
Which is another reason why we can't just hit face in that spot. It's a little bit too scary
So
for
trade
res removal.
the Lost Hall Strider into the Sludge, Shadow Knight, Shadow Stormwind Knight into the resulting taunt.
Okay, and then after that, pause.
Okay.
So just make those plays, and then we'll look at the board. Okay, so what could he do here, right?
He'll.
I think the biggest thing we're scared of at this point is Holy Nova. So I'd dagger the 2/3. That way, we could kill it next turn if he does Holy Nova, right?
Right. Okay.
I think most likely he doesn't draw Holy Nova and he just kills the 5/1, but it's better than 1 damage on his face is to make sure we can clear the zombie chow as opposed to it being a 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
What do you hold here? What do you think about here? Shadow Word Death? No.
No, he'd use it on.
Pain?
Yeah.
I don't quite understand why he's paused here. Balance. Okay. It's also a thing that makes that hit pretty significant.
So let's see. Yeah, it's got 8 health and we've got 7 damage. So.
Yeah, so now we have the option to kill it. Ooh.
Well, he killed himself. Interesting.
Well,
Well, we sap it. Go face.
yep. Let's do it.
I don't see.
I mean, we could always just trade and pass if we think our top deck is better than his, and it might be. But it's a priest as well. Priests are pretty late game. But this does give
Well,
us
the thing
lethal
is
next turn.
that we have lethal for next turn unless
Yeah.
he draws.
That's exactly the way you should think about it. But at that point, because we have lethal next turn, this is a stronger play.
Yeah, if we hadn't had lethal, maybe it would have been better to trade.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Whew. I wasn't punished for that mistake.
Okay, good. Still going strong.
Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well. All right. All right. Okay, you good to go for the next game?
Yep. Ready when you are.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, it's good. I mean, we've been going to rope a lot, so like it's very easy to misclick and misplay small things. But
Well, that assassin I missed earlier, that was completely misclick. I knew what I was doing. I didn't have, but that one was my mistake.
yeah, don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about it. And when you're going this fast and where there's like 2 people playing at once, it makes it a lot harder. So don't worry. Don't stress yourself out. We're still doing really well.
So here we go first. So I just keep everything. Ship Cannon is a good 2-play. Ogre Brute's a good 3-play. SI7 follow-up play for later.
So I like the Ship's Cannon and the Ogre Brute. I wouldn't keep that SI7 because can't combo it out. We don't have very many 1-drops or even that many 2-drops. So I would just keep the 2/3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just like the SI7 because it's a swing card.
Yeah, it's a strong card, but I wouldn't keep it in this hand. I'd rather just draw for our curve.
Right. Yeah. So one of the things, hey, we got it back.
Yep.
With the Shadow Step, no less. We're good. So, yeah, sometimes, you play Arena, or Hearthstone, but especially I find in Arena, you're trying to make decisions, and you do something really silly, and you're like, just as the card's going out, it's the wrong play. You're like,
Yeah. Happens.
so I'm assuming either he's got no 2-drops, or he has a abusive sergeant, or probably Dark Iron Dwarf, right?
I mean, he could. I would probably just bank on more than that, like class cards, maybe like a Coin Blessing of Kings.
Right.
But there's not really too much we can do at this point to counter something like that.
I would just play Ogre and go face with the Ship's Cannon.
Exactly. I think the play doesn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there really is
if
no
he-
alternative.
Yeah, if he does something funky, I mean, even if he Dark Iron Dwarfs, I mean, it doesn't kill anything. So, Harvest Golem. Here we go. Okay. Although with the Ogre, it's interesting. Right now, the Ogre might activate the 4/4.
Yeah, it's a 25%er.
So,
I would go.
Alright.
I would say it's only 25%, and I would just go for it. I would go 4/4 to 2/3.
yeah, and then Stormwind Knight the 2/1. Or actually, maybe Ship's Cannon the 2/1.
Let's see what happens. Let's do it and then see what happens.
Alright.
Okay. So now we look at this board. He's on turn 4 next turn. He still has coin, but with turn 4, you want to watch out for your Blessing of Kings, your True Silver, your Consecrations. He didn't have a chance. He had a chance to Blessing of Kings last turn, and it would have been pretty strong, right? 4/6 into a 4/4.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say he probably doesn't have Blessing of Kings. We're just trying to bait a bigger one. I don't know how with this board with that play Harvest Golem. So I'd probably expect a Consecration. So I'll try to play around that, and to do that without slowing down would be Stormwind Knight.
Yes, Stormwind Knight into the damage golem. Golem,
Exactly.
right? And then it's a 2/3, and then 2/3 the other.
Yep, and we keep our tempo, which is the important part.
Right, and then even if he consecrations, we still have 2/2/1s.
Yep.
And then next turn we can maybe do some SI7 Shadow Step funny stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There it is.
Oh my god.
That's interesting.
Hey, Fat, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Rat Pack. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. Appreciate it. But what's
So
your
here I would try and run the Ogre into the 4/4 and
Okay.
play the Yeti.
Let's do that. Let's do that first.
And if it doesn't work, then we can do some other stuff. But I mean, that was I had a good play.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have a choice here. We kind of have to just play the Ogre. There's no... I mean, what other play would there be?
SI7, pop it back. No, it's not good. So
Well, I
just
guess
played-
there is actually there is another play. We could hit face with the Stormwind Knight, Shadow 7 Bat 2, and then SI7 to finish it off. That's
Well,
something
no,
we could do.
we haven't played anything yet. So if the first time we play SI7, it wouldn't have the combo.
I mean, we Shadow Step the Stormwind Knight back, but here I think I'll just play the Yeti.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I see.
Yeah, like you could
Yeah.
clear that way, but the Yeti's pretty strong here. I think we gotta just sack the 2/3. Actually, Shadow Step back the 2/3. That's what I would do. That's perfect. Yep. Now he can't trade with it. That's even better. And now we have a way to combo out the SI7 for really cheap.
There you go.
Okay. That one a little bit more difficult. But,
Yeah. Oh, he's going face. Interesting. Sledge Belcher. Okay.
Mm-hmm. A lot of 6-mana plays.
Yeah. Here I would probably just play Archmage. I don't think doing anything with... I mean, okay, if we do Stormwind Knight, SI7 onto the... We can kill it, and... Well, actually, it's not so bad. So we run our Yeti into the sludge, play the Stormwind Knight, finish killing the sludge with the SI7, and then use the charge on the Stormwind Knight to kill the 1/2. That leaves us with a 4/2, a 2/4, and a 3/3, which he can trade for anyone.
Yeah. I kind of like, so just looking at our mana, seeing as how we had 3 6-drops in our hand, and we're on turn 6, I would really prefer to play a 6-turn, even if it's slightly weaker, because overall it'll be stronger, because on turn 7 we could do 3 + 2 + 2 with hero power.
Archmage or Pilot is Sky Golem?
So the Paladin Sky Golem trades down with the 4/4. I would go with the Archmage or the
Yeah.
Draconid. I think either one is fine.
So, and do I hit or just pass?
You could hit if you want to hedge, but I would not hit.
Yeah, no.
So hitting would hedge against things like Blessing of Kings, but it's fine. Yeah, so you can see how, imagine like a 7/9 hitting into the 4/7 as opposed to us hitting it and then it's a 7/5 and then we can
Yeah.
actually finish it off. It's a little hedge, but I don't think that's a smart hedge to take. Okay,
Okay.
it's a slow play. So we advanced our board with two health points. It's the same board, but we have a 4/7 instead of 4/5 now.
Right.
But it's a little bit different since we got 7 mana this turn.
Okay. So here, force, we could do again the same play, and that would leave us with a 4-3, and a dagger though.
Oh, 4-4, but
Right.
I think
Oh yeah, 4-4.
I think like rather than do that, because the Stormwind Knight trades badly against the 4-4. Like if we run the 2-5 into 1-2, it's a 2-2-4. I'll
Right.
probably just go with the Spectral Knight hero power play. Save
Okay.
our fast cards. Like this isn't the right turn to try to grab board.
Right.
Yeah.
And dagger,
Yep.
and then
So what we're doing is we're not using SI7 and Stormwind Knight because those will grab us the board back. We're saving it for a turn where grabbing the board back is actually a lot stronger, where it's a bigger flip on the board.
okay. So do I attack with the 4-7 to the 3-5?
Yeah, definitely. And we hit everything. Well, we kill it, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't I see that? Okay. Hey, that's better. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
You must be thinking we're the slowest players in the world.
Yeah, probably. He probably hates it. But
Oh no, it's okay. We got a lot of things to think about. So
yeah.
oh, do we still have a fan of knives? Did we play it?
Yeah, I believe we have both.
So drawing into that would be real nice here.
Be pretty good.
You got
Also, I mean,
me.
Stormwind Knight SI7 isn't so bad here either.
No, it's not. It's fine too. Oh.
So here now I'm a little bit more concerned about our health. He played wide, like he played a bunch of little dudes, making it hard to clear. I think he just needs one body and then he'll try to like burst us down.
Yeah, he could have a Stormwind champion in his hand. That would be annoying.
Yeah, but we can't clear everything. There's no way that we can. We could always leave him with a 1-1 or a 2-3.
So here I think we have to play the SI7 and the Stormwind Knight. I don't think we have any choice here, right?
Well,
Or do you want to play Stormwind and Argent?
we could do something like Stormwind and Draconid or Stormwind and Paladin Sky Golem. And then we would have a 6-drop and a 3-drop, which is SI7 on turn 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's a little bit more risky, but I would probably go for something like that. So,
Paladin Spot, Sky Golem.
yeah, I would hit the 1-1 with my face, and I would hit the 2-1 with the 2-5. Yeah, so at this point I'm a little bit more concerned about our health than I was before. Mm-hmm. So you see how this makes our curve a lot stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Argent Commander SI7 turn is really nice too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Double consecration, okay.
If only we had some heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it wouldn't help us right now if we had a heal, it would just damage us.
Yeah, it would.
So, yeah, so since we're concerned about our health here, I would Argent Commander into the 2-3. And then,
So what is more valuable? The 2 health on the Arcanite or the Divine Shield on the Argent Commander?
yeah, I think the Argent Commander Divine Shield is better.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Dagger up.
You could Dagger. It seems a bit slow. Like, even if we buff up our Goblin Auto Barber onto our Dagger, are we really hitting into more stuff? I think we can kill one more 1-1 and then be into... Like, I don't want to get into True Silver
No, that's
range.
right. Okay,
Like
so
5 or 6 is fine.
Kill the 2-3 with the Arcanine. Then bring out the Draconid? No, we probably need the Draconid.
I'd probably just play the Goblin Auto Barber. So I'd do Argent Commander, Goblin Auto Barber, and then play the 3-5 into 2-3 and hit his face with the 4-4 or a 4-2. And then we'd probably get the Draconid out for 9-9 next turn.
Yeah.
Because we need damage on the board. And
Yep.
that's kind of why we just played the Goblin Auto Barber here.
Okay, and we still have a Fen Creeper, we still have a Sunwalker, right? So we have some taunts. Okay.
Hey, it's a bunch of guys.
Well, we can clear them all, which is good. But then we can't bring out the Dragonid Crusher.
Yeah.
So, but I think we can wait for that. So Dagger, Goblin Auto Barber, SI7, clear the board.
Not using the face, right?
Not using the face, correct.
Okay, I like it. And I'd probably just swing at his face with our dagger. I think we can take one more damage. I really, against paladins, try to stay above, you know, true silver range.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because they're a lot less willing to take 2 turn lethals. Well, obviously, they're very often though paladins will refuse to take 2 turn lethals because all it takes is like a taunt or a heal to ruin that, and then you pretty much wasted your entire turn hitting face.
Mm-hmm.
It's an all-in.
All right, so, ooh, this could be interesting. So I would actually sap the ogre, kill the 2/3 with the 3/3, kill the 1/1 with the 3/2, and bring out the Draconid. Well, after going face with the 4/2 in.
Okay,
So.
I like it. I don't even mind hitting dagger into the 1/1, but I think we have lethal with the Draconid anyways, so I wouldn't take that extra damage in case it's something weird like Reckless Rocketeer. So, because this is winning, right? Yeah, so we're like way over lethal.
So do I go face or just
Yeah,
keep it in
definitely.
EC? Yeah.
Definitely. There's
Oh,
no...
yeah, because I can pop it back out again.
Yep.
So what could he do here?
Nothing. Hammer of Wrath into True Silver. Hammer of Wrath into something, right? Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Like really lucky Avenging Wrath or Holy Wrath. Yeah.
Hey, 5-0.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So he started off okay. I think at the beginning it was kind of iffy which way it was going to go.
Yeah.
I think we just played our cards a little smarter there.
Yeah,
and I'll give you credit for that. So.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just we saved the Stormwind Knight SI7 for a really good turn, right? And that was the important thing.
That was the key.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, because when he came out with all that big flood of guys, if we'd had no answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
But yeah, I mean, I like taking my time with my plays. Sometimes it makes the game a lot more fun. 'Cause it's like, like really try-harding, right? Trying really hard to win. It's just battle of the minds.
And that's what I like about watching you, and that's what I like about watching Arena Coop, is that both of you guys explain what you're doing and talk about what you're doing. Whereas if you watch a guy like Crip or some of the other Arena streamers, they don't really, they just play like Trump. They just play.
Yeah.
And they make good plays, but you're not getting an insight into why they're making that play, right?
Yeah.
So you don't get. I find it's but they're good players. Don't get me wrong. So here, what are we playing against? It's a priest. Maybe keep the unstable ghoul, but I'm getting rid of the rest.
Yeah, I like the unstable ghoul keep. We don't have that many 3-drops, right?
Right.
So we lack 3s, and we kind of lack 4s, so I like it. Plus it has a taunt to protect it. What I'm really worried about with Priest, whenever I face a Priest, I think about how to remove the Dark Cultist. Once you remove the Dark Cultist on 3, and they don't have anything on board, it's hard for them to grab the board to use things like Powered Shield, or hit their Temple Enforcer, or hit their Valens on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a risky play, putting out a Northshire in the first turn.
Yeah, it is. But,
Well, yeah, in Arena it's a little safer because it's rare that people have. But I mean, if you lose it, it hurts. So we've got nothing on 2 except a dagger, which isn't necessarily bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I would actually coin out the unstable ghoul here.
I think it's fine.
It gives us a chance to kill the Northshire next turn.
Sure. He could hit and heal it to draw a card, but...
Yeah, well, that's
really
okay.
Yeah, we're really not too concerned about the card draw at this point. Like, in the early game, you should always be focused on board control and grabbing the board. Him drawing a card here is actually kind of good. If he has the 2-drop in hand and he draws a card instead, that's, like, great for us, because he slows down. Okay.
So we... Interesting. So we dagger up, obviously. We got nothing else to play.
Mm-hmm.
And do we hit him, or do we just go face? Do we hit the Northshire, or just hit face? If we hit the Northshire, we're at 1-1.
So since we have Fan of Knives next turn, we would have 3 damage ready. So if we do hit with the dagger, and then Shadow Step back and play it again, he'd be forced to heal, and then we could Fan of Knives and clear it completely and save our Flesh and Ghoul. That's
Right,
something
so
to
just
consider.
go face with it?
No.
Yeah.
No. So I'm saying we should hit the Northshire Cleric with both our dagger and our Unstable Ghoul,
Oh, okay.
and then Shadow Step back the Unstable Ghoul and play it again.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see the position that he's in now is that he has to heal on turn 3, which is less than what he wants to do. Like, he doesn't want to heal on turn 3, right? And then he'd be, if he does heal, then we actually can remove it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, even hit him for us.
So, attack it, Fan of Knives, dagger, and
Yep.
so, right?
Well, I would Fan of Knives first, just to see what we draw.
Oh yeah, actually, do we even want to use the 1-2 and...
Yeah,
Do we
that's,
hit?
I mean, so here's what now we got to think. Do we want to use the 1-2 or face? I would use the 1-2 because I want to keep the dagger. It's likely that whatever he plays on turn 4 kills the Unstable Ghoul in 1 hit anyways, so the health on that doesn't
Right.
matter.
That's right. And we keep the dagger.
Yep.
So, end turn.
Yep. Good.
So he's got a lot of cards, but we also have a lot of cards.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have initiative. We have a 1/1 that deals 2 damage, and then we have our Wicked Knife that deals 1 damage.
Oh wow, the luck.
Okay. So he's conceded, board initiative.
So run the 1-1 into the 3-2 and play Chillwind Yeti.
Yep, I like it.
Actually, we don't even want to play Lost Allstrider here.
So here, this is a spot where things with higher health is better because we're rogue. Imagine him playing like a Spec Knight or a Spiteful Smith. We could run the Yeti in, Fan of Knives, hit it with our weapon, and we'd have a 4/1 that he can't kill without using a Holy Smite or a card.
That's right, because he's playing on 5 mana next turn. Okay.
Yep. Oh. Ordering. Yeah. Now we can't
Oh,
do that.
shit.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why did I do that?
It's okay.
Sorry. That
It's
was
okay.
that was us talking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stream must be not liking this.
It's okay. It happens.
Oh. Yeah, but that's 3 mistakes now in what, 5-6 games? That's not good.
Yep.
We gotta.
Well, it doesn't make a difference here.
Okay.
It's good.
So a Spectral Knight trade.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the worst part is that before I played the Yeti, I told myself I have to trade first.
I've done that too. I've done that before.
Well, it's the
It makes
discussion,
it-
right?
it
So we
feels
discuss
worse.
what we're gonna do, and then Draconid Crusher.
Okay. This is where some kind of buff would be really good.
Yeah. So here, we could Fan of Knives, but shoot. You know what? Actually, I would probably just play the piloted Sky Golem. Go face and let him do the trade, but that's risky for a buff.
It's also risky if he just kills it and heals it. Like, what are we gonna do after he kills
Oh, that's
the
true.
Spectral Knight? Heals it to 6/4.
All right. So
Yeah.
Fan of Knives, see what we draw, and then
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully we draw Eviscerate. That'd be the best draw in the deck. 1 out of 19. Oop.
Okay.
But that's still probably like 3rd or
That's
4th
not bad.
best. Yeah. Get to play it at least.
Okay. So we'll play the Ogre Brute.
Yep.
Yeah, drawing a 3-drop was the second good play there. The second best draw. Jungle Panther.
Another Fan of Knives. Let's go. Hey, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad. So dagger up.
I would do the RNG first to see if the Ogre Brute hits. So, because we want to hit the Scarlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
I mean, although if we hit the fort, man, it's not great if we hit the fort. You know, we want
Yeah.
to hit the. Oh.
Okay. So here, yeah, now we still go with the Fen Creeper hero power play. It would have been pretty bad if it hit the 4-2. But if it hit the 4-2, we would go with another play, maybe Archmage into Bloodsoak Corsair, right?
Yeah.
Because it develops a big guy that it can't Shadow Word Pain or Shadow Word Death, plus the Blood Soul Corsair deals with half of the Scarlet, just like our dagger here.
So do I ping the Scarlet Shield?
Yeah, it allows us to use the dagger next turn.
Yeah, and if we draw into Phantom Knives, which we still have one in the deck.
Well, he's gonna trade here. So what we're saying is, it's either you only get one hit or one ping on the Scarlet Crusader, right? So we want to be able to use our ping on something else.
Right.
We don't want to be forced into pinging Scarlet Crusader next turn.
Okay, Assassinate. Ooh, Eviscerate. Does that help us? That does not help us.
Okay.
So, Pilot is Sky Golem, Blood Sail. I mean, we got to develop one of our 6 cards here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pilot Sky Golem Blood Cell.
Yeah.
It survives. There is something you could do that's really risky, but I don't know if I would do it here. Which is hit the 7-1, 7-7 to a 7-6. That way he has to heal it before he kills the Pilot Sky Golem. And then it'll be a 7-1 again, and we could hit it again, but that's pretty much like death. So I'd probably not do that.
And we do have Archmage Eviscerate combo, which does 5 damage. So
Yeah. I mean, Bloodcell Corsair does do something here, I guess. Alright, to the face. Perfect. All in. So he's conceded the board and it's going face. I don't think that's a strong play since he's priest. I can't believe that he has that much burst.
right.
Yeah. What do you think? What are you gonna play here?
Well, I think. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Archmage Eviscerate onto the Dark Iron Dwarf. Trade the Piloted Golem into the Bloodsail Corsair into the 7-7. That leaves us.
So let's start with the Pilot Sky Golem into the 7-7. Because the play might change with what we get out of it, right?
Right.
Like, who knows what we could get, but it might.
Ugh. We crap out of it. So kill it with the 1-2.
Mm-hmm. So let's think about his next turn. Next turn is the first turn he could use something like Mind Control.
Yeah.
So, like, are we concerned about that at all? Kind of. Shredder would be a little bit better, but I think that's losing as well. I'd probably just Archmage Eviscerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to think about it.
I think if he mind controls, like, honestly, I think we end up losing unless,
Yeah, we do.
like,
It's just, yeah, we couldn't get far enough ahead of him before Mind Control. Like, he's set up for Mind Control turn pretty well, and our hand is pretty bad against it. So he got enough tempo early on before he had to Mind Control, because Mind Control is so risky and such a slow card that he's gotten it to work. Yeah.
Assassinate Pilot Shredder.
So
Or-
when we're this low, I'm always looking for like high reach plays. That way we can clear board easily.
The Draconic Pressure.
Well, we can't assassinate with that.
No, you can't.
So I'd probably just lost Tall Strider and assassinate.
Okay.
Yeah. That way we have 7 damage on the board as opposed to 6.
Do we've used our Shadow Step, but we haven't used our Youthful Brewmaster, right?
Yeah, we saw the Evil Brew.
So, I mean, there's could be something interesting with Youthful Brew on the Screwjank and then Screwjank onto the Piloted.
Yeah, there could. It's like a it's a play that takes like a couple of turns, right? Because we need Shredder on the board first.
No. Alright, keeps.
Hey, we're still alive.
So, Draconic Crusher, SI7, and then trade.
Yep.
I mean, you got to put a 6/6 out here.
Yeah. We're like barely staying alive.
I know. But I mean, now we've got 3 things on the board.
Yeah, that's good. No, this is progress. It was definitely a great draw. Maybe the best one in the deck, since we used Eviscerate already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cycle a card. Oh, that's a good play. I wonder if he's going to go face or kill our Screwjank with it. What's it called?
Screwjank Clunker.
Screwjank. Yeah, I sometimes draft that in my when I play Warrior.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Wow, that's good news. All right, we're at 4. What else you got? Circle of Healing.
Okay. would you do here?
So, well, let's see here. Do we want to bother sapping something? I think we can clear. Can we clear the board without sapping? No. So we need to sap. So do we sap the Suntree Protector? I think. Ugh. It's a taunt. So okay, so SI7
Actually, I don't mind that. I think that might be better. I was thinking originally that we would run the 2-1 and the 3-3 into the 2-5.
Right.
But it might be better to sap that, and then that way he can't play the Northshire and draw, right? Because he might draw into
Yeah,
the answer.
exactly.
So yeah, I like that.
So kill.
Mm-hmm.
And then run the 6-6 into the 3-5, right?
Yep.
And then sap this.
Mm-hmm.
Play the 4-3. Hit, dagger.
Perfect. The comeback.
Yeah. He's got 4 cards in hand. I mean, so many things you could draw to hurt us, but that's okay.
Yeah, but
We
at
really
the same
need
time,
our-
they're all like neutral cards. It's a
there
combo.
you go.
Yeah,
That's
I guess he has like double Holy Nova.
Double holding over it.
Yeah,
Oh well.
close.
Oh, where were you earlier?
One turn too late.
Yeah.
It actually ended up that the Shredder would have been better than the Lost Hall Strider. Not just because of the Anoitron that came out, but because he played a 4-4.
Yeah.
And then he Shadow Word Deft anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
he would have Shadow Word Deft the Shredder, but we would have gotten 2-drop out of it. Something to keep an eye on. I think now thinking back, although we want more reach, maybe that was the more consistent play, just because it sticks on the board better. So I think you
Well,
were right.
what would have happened is he would have used the Shadow Word Death on the Crusher, right?
No. We didn't have the Crusher out. On that,
No, but he
on
would have
that
kept
turn.
it, right? Because he didn't have anything to use it on. He
Yeah.
couldn't have used it on the.
No,
so-
he had a Dark Iron. He ended up Dark Ironing. He ended up Dark
that's-
Ironing, and then
you're
he
right.
used Shadow Word Def on the Lost Hall Strider. So you probably maybe would have Shadow Word Def the Potted Shredder with the help of Dark Iron Dwarf. He might have kept it.
Okay.
But
Well,
I mean,
that was-
the tempo loss on that turn was pretty huge. So I think in the end, your play of Shredder was better than me suggesting Lost Hall Strider for +1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Sunwalker would have been nice to come out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a couple cards that could have saved us. Okay. All right. Ready for the next one?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, 5-1 is not bad, so I'm not gonna complain. But it's always the same thing. The 6 game part, you know, when you're trying to get your 6th win, it ramps up. I find the difficulty.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that lost us a game there was we had to slow down on our turn 6. We spec knighted, and then he played a 6/6 onto it. And this is
Yeah.
where the 5 slot. You can see the weakness of the 3 slot and the 5 slot. It just does so bad against the 4 slot and the 6 slot. His 6-drop took so much of our work with the help of our 5-drop to kill it that we got set back in tempo, and that's where he just won.
Right.
It happens. That's not something you can do. You can help. It's just a card
So-
thing.
Yeah. So we're going first. So keep Ship's Cannon and drop the other 2.
I would keep both of these. I would keep all of these. It's a good card.
Yeah, for the 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Shredder is too good on 4, and also, one thing I was going to mention was last game I would have kept the Ghoul. But we
Oh, the
tossed
flesh-eating
it.
ghoul right at the
Yeah.
beginning there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in this deck we don't have enough 3-drops, so it's good to have it. And plus we had the 2-drop in hand, so we could have set up a combo. It's going to be played as a 4-3, which is never too bad.
Interesting. He's not playing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we flesh-eating ghoul here. I don't think we have much of a choice.
Yeah, that's good.
The problem is that we're not. I'm curious what he's keeping the coin for. He's gonna Yeti.
Maybe. Probably just if he does coin out of 4, it'd probably be Water Ellie. If he has a Water Ellie, he'd use that one first. Because that's a high health. That sucks. Worst one.
Yeah, it should have been the other one.
Yeah.
So Piloted Shredder.
Yep.
No reason
Man,
not to.
can you imagine the combos with the Pirate? Youthful Brew into Shadow Step. We could play the Pirate, Youthful Brew it back, play the pirate again, shadow step the youthful brew, play the youthful brew for free onto the pirate, and then play it back again. Like you can cut a whole like 2 steps in there, but that's the funnier way to do it.
So 2. Zeroing. So I'd run the Piloted Shredder into the 4/4, 2/3 into the 2/2, and drop a Yeti.
Let's do the 4/3 into the 4/4 first, and we might get
in
Bloodstone
case we get a silly Doomsayer or something like that.
We might get a pirate. Damn it. So close.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, we can kill it. We should kill it.
And then play the Yeti?
Yeah. So here we have the option to Youthful Brew it back or Shadow Step it back. I wouldn't. He can't ping on this turn. It's too slow. So this is one of the things, I think this is a little bit harder to see. If he does ping, we are in a great spot.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to explain it is there's no point in saving the 2/1 from ping, because if he pings, he plays a 3-drop, and almost every 3-drop dies to our Yeti for free, giving us value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's just no point.
So Archmage?
Yep.
So this guy have, I'm trying to figure out, does he have like 4 flame strikes and then big creatures, or?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out why he's not playing anything.
Cool.
So
Dead
slow.
hand. Dead hand, I guess.
This is where I just dread the MC tech. Although we have nothing that he could really take except for the Archmage, which would really hurt. Really, do
So
we see?
he's on Flame Strike turn next turn. But here's one thing. With this hand, we can't play the long game, especially against another late game class like a Mage. We can't expect to top deck consistently.
Yeah.
So I would go for the win here. Going for the win means that we press on. So we could Storm and Knight and 4/2 into his face, and then Youthful Brew back the 2/2. So we want to put as much pressure on him as we can. Yeah.
Then Youthful Brew back the Crazed Alchemist?
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can swap the Archmage.
Okay, so the thing is, like, this wouldn't even be a good Flame Strike board because he can only kill the Youthful Brew, right?
Yeah.
So in the case that he doesn't Flame Strike, which he most likely won't, although he wants to, is that we can Crazed Alchemist to do 3 damage. It's kind of why we brew it back. Plus we develop 1 damage with the Youthful Brew being a 3/2 as opposed to a 2/2 from the Crazed Alchemist. But yeah, there's no way we could slow down on this board.
Yeah, see, I was thinking there that we would, if he had Flame Strike, I would have attacked with the Archmage, Shadow Stepped it back, and then cast it again. So give us the Crazed Alchemist burst with it.
Yeah, you could have done that too, but I think it's just, with that board, you can't, with the amount of mana he had, he can't clear that board. So
Right.
that was always an option on a future turn without risking getting MC teched.
I'm assuming if he was at 5 wins, he just drew into crap. He just drew all into his late game, and he just had nothing.
Yeah.
That's what that looked like. So, although yesterday I was at 5 wins with my 5 wins with a rogue deck, which was a really terrible rogue deck, and I ran into a guy that a mage who played Angry Chicken on me from his hand.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I draft a lot of 1-drops.
Yeah, but I mean, his like he emptied out his hand by turn like 4 with like 1-drops, 1 2-drops. I think it was just easily the worst deck I'd ever seen, and he almost beat me because my deck was so bad.
Yeah, tempo is strong.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So keep going. I mean, really.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I'll take
one thing
them.
with the 1-drops is it's really hard to clear. Like 1-drops may seem insignificant, but in the end, they're really hard to clear with limited amounts of mana with cards from Arena, because you're not selecting your cards, right? You're given cards.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to deal with floods.
So Amani's really good against Mage. So here I would just keep that and get rid of the other 2.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, all right. That's decent play here.
Okay.
So hopefully he doesn't do something like coin, like mana worm coin, and then mirror image or something. So here I would just play the Useful Brewmaster. I don't. Although we do have the Useful Brew SI7 combo.
Yeah, I'd probably just play the money.
Yeah.
It's a 2/3. It's not as strong past this turn.
Yeah.
It kind of just dies for free to 3 drops and 4 drops. So I want to get rid of it, is how I'm thinking. And the Youthful Brew is a 3/2. And if we get far enough ahead that Youthful Brew is a bad thing, it won't be that bad because you have that SI7.
Yeah. But we have an Ogre Brute on turn 3. I like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hand.
Oh, that's not bad. Frostbolt. Oh, all right.
Okay. Now it's kind of annoying having the hand, to be honest. Because now we can hero power and money, but hopefully he plays like Flame Cannon. Pretty much hopefully Ogre Brute dies. But then again, if he plays like a Spider Tank and it hits, that's pretty amazing. There's ups and like good things and bad things about it.
So, I was hoping to draw a 2-drop there.
Yeah.
This bites. So, what do we do?
I'll try to hit with the... Well, okay, so here's the thing.
Well, the thing is you ping the shield first?
So, here's also the thing. I mean, like on turn 5, we want to play 5 mana. So if we play the SI7 now, we could Youthful Brew back and play it back again, which is pretty interesting. That's the only way to combo out SI7 unless we're going to expect a betrayal being offered, but probably not. So I think I would just Ogre Brute and then SI7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you would SI7 here?
Yep.
Okay, and then pass? Obviously, we got nothing else to do.
Because we can Youthful Brew and then play it again. It's just, this hand is just a little bit awkward. It turns out that it would have been better to play Youthful Brew, but, you know, go figure. It'll happen.
Oh, why did you position it like that? You should have put the Mad Scientist in the middle.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, run the 3/3 into the 1/2. Brew it back. Then kill the Mad Scientist with it.
I think I like trying the Ogre Brute. Because what does the Ogre Brute run into after the 3/3? The 2/2, right? And then it'll be a 4/1, you can ping it.
Right.
So, yeah. Whoa! I like running the Ogre Brute into the 1/2.
Oh,
because then he can't ping it. Yeah, and he would it'd be forcing him to trade something in. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then run the SI7 into the Mad Scientist.
Yep.
Okay, and then does he have a secret in his deck?
Nope. And then we give Youthful Brew it back and play it again. Yeah, you see how the Ogre Brute's a 4/2 instead of a 4/1.
That's right, instead of a 4/1.
Yeah.
Does positioning matter? No.
No. Okay.
Right, that was pretty good. So Cone of Cold here would be annoying, but okay. We'll play Spectral Knight.
The SI7 can target the 3/2. Yep. The Fairy Dragon only protects it from hero powers and spells. Because SI7 is a battle cry / combo, doesn't counter that.
Oh, all right. So what do you think here? Is it better to... Oh, okay, he's got a flame... Is it better here to do Ships, Cannon, Goblin... Well, to develop our 2/2 minions and put 4 guys on the board, get rid of... Well, it'd be 3 guys at the end because we'd clear the Scarlet Crusader. Yeah, I think that's better than having 1 big guy.
Well, let's try to hit with Ogre Brute first. The Ogre Brute misses, so because we have 2 6s in hand and it's turn 6, I want to play the 6 on 6. Right? So it hits, so I would hero power. Because if it doesn't hit, then we can always hero power next turn. But now that it's like this, we have to hit with our hero power.
Okay.
Else, we can't hit it twice.
And you play the Auto Barber and the Ship's Cannon, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It might have even been right to not attack at all with Ogre Brute and try to play the 6. Maybe. Probably. Possibly. Probably.
You think?
Yeah. Because I like developing the 6
yeah,
there.
what I was thinking was I would have actually killed the Youthful Brewmaster instead of the Ogre there.
Well, I didn't want to... I wanted to hero power on the next turn. I wanted to play 6. That was the important part, was playing a 6 on 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betrayal doesn't get bonuses from spell damage, does it?
No.
Oh, great. So obviously, yeah, we're going to kill the 1/3 with one of our 3/2s.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And then play Archmage.
Yep, I like it.
So.
And if he has Flame Strike next turn, he's gonna Flame Strike trade, and then we'll have initiative again. So here, actually here, I would play the Bloodsoul Corsair. I didn't realize that we had the combo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna play Archmage and then Bloodsoul Corsair. So
Wait. Okay. Yeah. No, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
Archmage,
always
put it all the way
Archmage.
over on. It doesn't matter for positioning.
It doesn't matter enough. I think we should just focus on this one. So, yeah.
Right.
So the reason why I kind of like freaked out there is it's good practice to do the random thing first. That way you know your full play. Yeah, it's just
Right.
it doesn't
In
matter
case
in this
I'd
case.
hit the Jungle Panther first or the.
Well. We'd always run the 3/2 in, and then I would do the Corsair. Originally, it wouldn't matter normally, right? Like in this situation, it didn't matter, but it's just good practice to do the random thing first. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, like in this case, it doesn't matter.
So here we Betrayal. Betrayal, hit it.
Betrayal, hit it.
Although, shoot. Because see, this is interesting. If I hit his face instead of hitting this thing, I can play the Dragon as 9/9 instead of
No, I
playing
wouldn't do
the
that. I
Skull
would just
Strike.
play it as a 6/6.
Hmm.
So we want to clear the 4/1.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the 6/6 being a 6/6 as opposed to a 9/9 does not matter in this board. Like it really doesn't matter enough.
Okay, so play the 6/6.
Yep. But clearing an entire 4/1 is a pretty huge deal,
Yeah.
especially since it's his last minion, right?
I hate MC Tech. God damn.
Died to
No,
Betrayal,
there
I
wasn't
guess.
that bad because he didn't take our Archmage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's pinging the Archmage. What is he setting up for? You think?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't think it's setting up for anything. I don't think it.
Play the Gnomish. See what happens.
Yep. Hey.
Can we do? Oh yeah, we can bring back the Draconid Crusher.
No, so once again, that's minus tempo, right? We don't. There's no point in doing that. Like we hit his face, right? Hit his face here.
Hit its face with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then look at this board. Yep. And then, is there a difference between a 6/6 and a 9/9? How big is that difference? And how many cases does it matter? I actually think it makes our position worse because if he has BGH, he might actually make a comeback. There's no comeback on this board.
All right. So
Yeah,
dagger, hit the face, and keep the Lost All Strider in my hand just in case something funky happens, or play it.
I would play the Lost Hall Strider in Dagger's face. This forces more removal, and that means that he can only Flame Strike, but if he Flame Strikes, he loses, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you never want to like try too hard to make it a 9/9 as opposed to a 6/6. It's really not that big of a difference. Sometimes it'll make a big difference, but usually it's not. So he needs a Frostbolt or Flame Cannon here, or else we kill him. Or a Taunt. Nope.
But see, that's why I would have liked to have it be a 9/9, I think, or kept the 5/4 in my hand.
Because we won? I don't.
No,
it
no,
doesn't make
no,
any sense.
but- No, what I'm saying is, okay, supposing you'd had something to clear this with, right?
Okay.
Right?
I can't do that because that doesn't exist because he couldn't. I mean, you could say, suppose he had a Frostbolt, right?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's say that he had a Frostbolt, right? He could still
Right.
clear that board because we wouldn't play Lost Hall Strider. And in the case that he doesn't want to Flame Strike and he doesn't have Flame Strike and has removal that's other than Flame Strike, we can't play the Lost Hall Strider because we just Shadow Stepped it back. You could use Polymorph plus another thing. It doesn't make any sense. Like you want to play in a realistic way. Like you can't be like, oh, like what if this happened? It's just not a good way to win.
No,
right?
it's just so my
Like
thinking.
it's not smart.
Yeah. So okay, no, I understand your reasoning.
Yeah.
So my thinking was just you look at the board and you think, okay, well, what, suppose he manages to he flame strike. He's got what do you have? What 2 mana left or 3 mana left after the flame strike? 2 mana, right? Uh, he runs. He then kills our others. He runs the 4/3, and then he uses 2 mana to kill the last 2 health on something. And then he's left with
But you got to think that that's not always his play. That's his play because we made our play. His play could be different if we didn't play the Tall Strider and we shadow step back and played it as a 9/9. What if you had a polymorph? That'd be much worse. Polymorph plus taunt,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have the lost Tall Strider on board to help make trades.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like he's always stuck on the Flame Strike play.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. You can't. It's really, you don't want to do that. Like, honestly, I think even without, like, there being a different play with Polymorph, I think it's just stronger. Like, what really brings him back? There's nothing that swings that hard in Arena. Like, it would be BGH that would bring him back, and that plays right into it. Like, I can't think of anything else.
All right.
Yeah.
And same thing with holding the Lost All Strider, right? You don't hold on to it, you just play it to force his hand.
Exactly, to force the Flame Strike. Because if he Flame Strikes, we know we very likely win, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing well. Yeah, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it didn't really matter. I think either way we would have played it, we probably would have won. But it's the subtleties there, right? So which play is got the slightly higher percentage?
Yeah.
Right? Or in this case, maybe a much higher percentage, but...
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Just evaluating the options. So another mage, so now it's going to be the string of mages.
Mm-hmm.
So here we keep ship's cannon and get rid of the other 3?
So I would keep the Storm and Knight here. We don't have very good 3 and 4 drops, or we don't have very many. So I think it's a good keep. Yeah. So I'd keep the ship's cannon and the Storm and Knight. I think that's pretty good for the early game. And that's what we're looking for our early game mulligans, is just good early game cards to keep us alive. We want to stay even on the board.
Yeah. Actually, this is pretty good, actually. 2, 3, 4 with a Shadow Step for the Stormwind Knight. I mean, it's unlikely it'll come in handy, but it could. So here, I would probably just pass. Is it worth putting out a ship's cannon next turn? For the ship's cannon this turn?
I would actually coin hero power here. It would make him not want to play a 3/2. We're at the higher wins. People actually read into these plays, and he's probably going to think we have a common auto barber. So that would make him want to play a 2/3. And if he plays a 2/3, we play the ship's cannon on it, hit it, and then we get a little bit of tempo since we get to use the coin and our turn 1 mana.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see.
It seems odd, but it's pretty strong here.
Yeah, and we do have 2 Goblin Auto Barbers. We could draw one.
Yeah, that too.
More options.
But the thing is that he's going to want to play a 2/3 here. So his 2/3 up against our 2/3 puts him in a spot where he has to ping, right? He has to ping on his turn 3, which would slow him down.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All right. So here we play the ship's cannon and hit the 2/3 with our dagger.
Yep.
All right. And I have to say, you read that perfectly. So very good.
Yeah. And it gets us initiative is a thing. So he needs a Shattered Sun. Even if he has Shattered Sun, this counters that play as well. This is what it does, is it doesn't allow him to play, well, he played a 3-on-3, but it normally wouldn't allow him to play a 3 because he'd have to ping, but it's not a big deal.
So here I play Ogre Brute.
So we have to anticipate the 4-drop that comes out. It's most likely a Water Elemental or Yeti. I usually put it at 5 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to combo out something with Yeti, with the Eviscerate next turn. I think Ogre Brute or Fleshing Ghoul is fine. I think either one just kind of kills the 2/2 and then dies to his 4 or 5 drop, depending on if we can combo out Eviscerate.
Yeah.
So,
the thing is, okay, suppose we play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and then he pings it and brings out a 2-drop. Then we have 4 mana to respond to a 2-drop, then we bring out the Stormwind Knight.
There you go. And then we can kill any 2-drop with the Stormwind Knight and Hero Power, right?
So I think play the Ghoul instead of the Brute.
Sure, I like that. Getting rid of Ghoul since it's worse
Yeah.
than behind.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to do anything for us
Mm-hmm.
right now. I don't see us killing a bunch of creatures and making it any.
So just reading his mana, we've come to, make a couple of plays. Like even if he plays a 2 here, we have Stormwind Knight. So he doesn't have a 2-drop, is what we read here.
So he wanted. Okay, so he protected his. All right, so here I play the Stormwind Knight and kill his 2/2.
Yeah,
Or
I
do
like
you want
it.
to play? Yeah. Or do you want to play the Yeti?
I like the Stormwind Knight because we know that he doesn't have a 2-drop, and if he uses another small removal like Frostbolt or Flame Cannon, he can't. It's gonna be harder for him to develop a 3-drop, right?
Yeah, and then
He
that's
can just Fireball the Yeti, and we're rogue, and we need our health for our dagger. So
Yeah.
So
Well,
just remove.
see, this is exactly. So this is interesting. So we can run the Stormwind Knight into the 2/2,
Mm-hmm.
and then Shadow Step it back, and then eviscerate the 4/4, and then play the Stormwind Knight back again.
I mean, we could also just play Ogre Brute and Eviscerate. I think the question is, do we want to Shadow Step back the 2/1 or not?
Yeah.
And let's
No, I
Ogre
think
Brute.
yeah.
Yeah, let's Ogre Brute Eviscerate the 4/4, and then 2/3 into 2/2, and then let's look at the board. So, if he pings, what did he play on 4? He played ping plus
Flame Cannon.
Flame Cannon, yeah, and he pinged our face. So if he wanted to, he could have just played a 4-drop and then ignored that trade and planned to ping the Fleshing Ghoul after we killed the 2/2.
Yeah. So this is.
But I don't know how strong of a player he is to think like 2 turns.
Right. So end turn.
I might end turn here. I don't know how much better Shadow Step is going to be, but
No,
I
I
also
want-
don't think that he's going to ping here. It's hard for me to believe he has a 4-drop, and if he has a 4-drop, I think he's slightly a weaker player, but he could have a 4-drop here. Okay, so it's a 3.
So 2/2.
Okay. I would try the attack. I think we always go for the attack. Let's see if it hits or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the trade.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because it's always 50-50. I like to aim at the face just to not show them intention.
Okay.
Yeah. I always do the opposite just to like mess them up a little bit.
Right. Okay. So
No.
here I think I'd play the Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think Fang Creeper's stronger here. I don't think so.
Yeah, I like the Yeti. Hit his face, hero power back up.
Yeah. It's better curve and
Yeah. Curve is huge. I'm sure you're noticing. Like a lot of our plays have to do with just like using our mana really, really well.
yeah.
That tends to get you ahead.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed from watching you is that's something you tend to do quite a bit of. So, that's good for us. Gives us the Acolyte of Pain. All right, pings it for a card.
Okay.
Huh.
How would you trade on this board?
I would start by. How would I trade on this board? Let me think here.
He has Flame Strike now. I mean, I would probably run the Ogre Brute. I want the Ogre Brute to hit something. Since he has Flame Strike, if we don't use the health on Ogre Brute now, then it kind of just goes to waste, right? That's how I think about it.
Yeah.
So I would try to hit the 2/3 with the 4/4 because that's the most ideal trade. And if it misses and hits 4/4, that's not that bad. And if it hits the 1/2, that's good. Okay.
All right.
So now how do we do it? Since there's nothing random anymore.
So now we kill the Ogre Brute with our Yeti. Bring out a Fen Creeper and his face, and bring it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do 4/5 into 4/4, and then Shadow Step back the Yeti, and then play Fen Creeper and Amani. Kind of ran out of time there,
Yeah.
but so the Yeti is just a card, and if he Flame Strikes here, we can kill the 1/2 with the 3/2. It's not that big of a deal. And if he pings it, we can just ping it again with our weapon.
You'll probably just run it into the 3/6 at this point.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
Hey, there's a fan.
So fan of knives,
Mm-hmm.
and then run the ogre into the. Well, try to run the ogre into the Kodo.
Yep, let's fan. See what happens.
All right, we're gonna sap his Kodo. No. So try and run the ogre into the Kodo.
Yeah, let's try. Okay.
Okay. Then I Fen Creeper into the Kodo, use the dagger, play the Yeti and the Yomish.
So now he can flame strike ping. So the Yeti is not like flame strike proof anymore.
Right.
So I might just no Mish Experimenter here.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if the Yeti was flame strike proof, I would.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. So do I?
I would
Do I
hit
just-
ping and then redagger. I would just kill it and then redagger.
Okay.
So this is a turn that he would flame strike if he had it, right?
Right, and then that brings us. We bring out the Yeti next turn. Now, of course, our hand's not that great, but hopefully we draw some of our bigger cards.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So we want to play the Archmage, I think, here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we want to try and run our Ogre into his Stormpike Commando. Or, actually, no, we want to try and run our Ogre into the...
I kind of like sapping the Oasis Snapshot. It's a little bit too good on this board.
Yeah, it is good on this board. Yeah. So sap it first, right?
Yeah, I would sap it and then I'd probably try to hit everything to face. Like you can... Let's see what Ogre Brute does. I would at least try the Ogre Brute. If it hits the 4-2, fine. I'm okay with that. If it doesn't, we'll see.
You,
We might have
you
to
go
trade
for
through
face or
here.
you go for the 4-2?
I'll go for face. I mean, it doesn't matter. Ogre Brute's 50-50, right?
Right.
Okay. Now we can Archmage and Chicken. And I'll start hitting his face. This is going to come down to the wire. Like, it's going to get really close.
Yeah, hit his face with everything, eh?
Yeah.
Dagger 2?
Yeah. It's going to be a close game. So on the turn that we killed the Kodo, it might have been better to just dagger the Kodo and then hit the face with the Fen Creeper. Because in the case of Flame Strike, you would have to make that trade anyways.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Illidan. That's fantastic. So here I would assassinate the Illidan. I would kill the 2-1 with our chicken. And then play our two guys and just go face. Oh no, we can't play both because I'd play the Paladin Shredder. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's either we play Shredder or the...
So assassinate Illidan?
Yeah.
I think we have no choice. And then kill the 2-1 with the chicken?
Why not with our face?
Yeah? You want to? Let's keep the chicken alive?
Yeah, it's 1 damage repeating.
Yeah, okay. And then just go face with everything?
Yeah, face everything and then probably just Shredder up, right?
Shredder or Chillwind Yeti and Dagger?
The Shredder does a little bit get better against Flame Strike.
Okay.
Because we don't...
We can
like,
dagger.
the most expensive thing in our deck is 6 mana, so we do 6
right.
plus 2 plus Dagger.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can... The 1-1 is significant, because he has to ping the 3-3,
that's
right?
the one I didn't want. Oh, wow.
No, it's not so significant, because it's dead. He might double trade into Shredder. Order doesn't matter. The way Snapshot dies if you kill that.
That was a good play, and you got the win fear on that. You know,
Yeah.
much preferred if he'd gotten taunt or something. Oh,
Hey.
interesting. Oh, so close. We're 1 damage away from... 2 damage, sorry. So,
Okay.
so here I would play the Draconid Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
I would kill the 5/4 with the Archmage,
Mm-hmm.
and then play the Yeti and
Yep.
Dagger.
Dagger's face, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to kill the 5/4 because that takes us out of fireball range.
Yeah.
We have lethal with the Draconid anyway, so there's no point in hitting face with that 6. Okay. Scary thing is, Polymorph does pretty well here.
Yep.
Because even with just the Yeti, we only have 6. It would have been almost preferable to get just a guy out of that thing instead of Flame Tongue.
Well, yeah, we could have gotten rid of the enhance and make it all right.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been like a win. That's pretty bad luck, now that I think about it.
Yeah, sadly, the Flame Tongue Totem did nothing for us. Okay.
Okay, so you would have lethal if we didn't kill that arc guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, I think it's we hit the 4/4 with the Draconid, and then we play the Sunwalker,
Yep.
and then hit his face with our dagger.
I would kill the Mana Worm because he has to ping he has to either ping the Flame Tongue.
I forgot it's going to have 2 damage.
Yeah. And then we have exact lethal with Sunwalker, right? So he has to choose between pinging the Sunwalker Divine Shield or the 0/1 Flame Tongue. Okay.
Arcane Missiles? No. Okay.
Oh, that's lethal. Top decked and wrecked. Okay, good.
All right.
Good.
I don't know. I like that game. I think that worked out pretty good there.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. I think. See, that's the game where I don't, except for right at the end there. We never drew into something that's like, oh, this is the God card. I think we just, we played our cards smartly.
Yeah.
In that game, I think
Yeah.
that was so. All right. I'm just gonna go to the washroom. I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay. Oysters, clams, and cockles. Geez, Ratsmah always sick run. Yeah, I mean when we're coaching, it forces me to like try hard. But oh well. Would have lost to Pyroblast for no reason thanks to Ratsmah. It's actually like a terrible thing to try to play around everything. I think that's probably like the #1 mistake is trying to play around everything so that you never actually make progress. Like you slow down. Like there's a cost to playing around things. Like playing around things isn't free. There the cost was a 1/1, possibly, who knows how much damage that would have done. Especially because he had the Oasis Snapjaw and the Fen Creeper was a 3/3. He had to ping the 3/3 and the 1/1 would live. But I think when you're very new at this game, it's easy to overlook that and be like, oh, we should play around this card, play around every single card that exists, but then realize that you aren't winning games because you're playing around everything, and so you can't play around other things, and you actually make your board state weaker. But you can play around Pyroblast. You can also play around Deathwing every game. I won't tell you that's a good idea, but you can. Sure. Okay. Yeah, this coaching session's almost over, guys. There's like probably one more game that we have. Let's see what we can do. This last one. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're good.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. So looks like we have like time for one more game.
Yeah.
Do you want to extend that, or do you want to just, you know?
Yeah. Well, we should. If we might as well extend it if you can.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It's your time. So.
Okay. That's okay with that.
I mean, we might as well see this run through the end. It'd be kind of sad to leave it there and not see it all the way through.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's my time, but it's also your money. I didn't want to like force it on you. You know.
It's fine.
Okay. Cool. And are we 8-1 right now or 9-1? I don't know if I updated the score.
8-1.
Okay.
So here I would just toss everything.
Yep. Sounds good to me. If we had a 2-drop, I'd keep the flesh eating, but I think it's a little bit more important to find the 2. Sounds like you got some food.
Yeah, I got myself some. I didn't have supper, so I'm gonna have some. Got some almonds and cashews and raisins. So.
Okay.
Hopefully we draw something here. Dagger up.
Yep. Dagger's good.
That's the nice thing about Rogue. It's not always the best play, but it's never a terrible play. So dagger up on turn 2.
I agree. I think that's one of the reasons why Rogue is like consistently really strong in Arena, is because you can't really miss your 2-drop. And that's a big reason for why people lose games, is missing 2-drops. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's probably a mirror entity. Right? He's figuring we're always saving to bring something interesting out, so he coined it out, right? I mean, what else would you coin out besides that?
Probably just Fan of Knives here. Cycle it.
Cycle it.
Yeah, maybe we'll catch a counter spell. It's just right to cycle here. Plus we might get a small drop that we can play into mirror. This is kind of really scary.
Yeah. This is kind of stuff where you're just like, well, you know, we don't have a lot of answers for anything here.
Yeah. I mean, so here he skipped his 3-drop, so we have to read that he doesn't have a 2 or a 3, right?
So here I'd probably play Lost Tall Strider. And the reasoning behind that is that if it is a mirror entity, they just trade. Whereas if we play a Chillwind Yeti, he could trade his Yeti and ping it.
But also you got to think that because we have a read, this is what we were talking about last turn. So on turn 3, he pinged. He pinged, right? He didn't play a 2-drop or a 3-drop. So if we can get him to ping on turn 4, that means if he pings, he can't play a 2-drop. So he skips his turn while we already have our ping ready. So I'd play the Yeti.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So I would actually hit in here. So you see how, because he doesn't have a 2 or 3, this is better.
Yeah, I see that. I see the...
I think very likely he might even have like a flame cannon ping. He might have removal, fireball. Okay.
Yeah. So, Spectral Knight.
Yep. And now the Yeti's still ready to get killed for free.
We're not in a very good spot here.
I mean, we're winning on board, technically. I wouldn't say it's a terrible spot. We're just taking a lot of damage. This is where Rogue gets a little bit scary against mages, because they have so much burst. Maybe we can get a good betrayal. I think that's how we get tempo in this game.
Yep.
here?
Um, yeah. I'm looking at one play, but I don't like it. I mean, we could Betrayal. Nah, I don't think Betrayal does
I
anything.
mean, it clears with Storm and Night.
Yeah, Betrayal.
The 4/4. It hits the 3/6. It'll be a 3/2 with Storm and Night. It'll be a 2/2 Frozen up against 2/2 Frozen and a 4/2.
Right.
I think that's
And then we
okay.
figure out money.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I also think Twilight Drake Amani is okay. I also think it's either that or Twilight Drake Amani. I might go Twilight Drake Amani instead of for
Yeah.
Better Betrayal. Yeah, I think either one is fine. Make sure you position the Spectral Knight in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
End turn.
Yeah. So this is another turn where you could choose to remove, but maybe this gives us a better board as opposed to having a 2/2 Frozen with a 4/2 on an empty board. We have a 4/7 4/2 2/3 up against a 3/6. And it's also like plays like this where you don't choose to remove. Like if people are reading your hand, oftentimes they'll put you off a card because you didn't use it on that turn. So they'll stop playing around it and they might give you a better one, right?
Mm-hmm. I think he's setting up for a Flame Strike here.
Yeah, I can see that. Or that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute. That's pretty. That's really cute. That's a pretty good use of ice lands, I must say. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
That's good eating.
Oh, wow. Okay. So kill the 4/1 with our 4/2. Stormwind Knight, the
Yeah.
Water Elemental. That leaves us with 3 mana, which we can't do anything with.
Yeah.
Crap.
Probably just hero power, right?
Yeah. But I think that's our play, right?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Because, I mean, is he really going to Flame Strike for that? No.
I think we would like it if he flame strike that. Because then
Oh, yeah.
we would just get the board initiative with the Archmage or the Draconid. Okay.
You can't. And it's funny, I do that too when I'm in Mage. I'm like, damn it, I want to ping that.
Yeah. It's so satisfying though to get the 4/1 to not be pinged. It's too good.
So here, a Shadow Step on the Stormwind Knight would be interesting.
Yeah, we could. Also play with a 6-drop.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a pirate.
Yeah.
Too bad we didn't have our ship's cannon.
So 6 mana for a 5/6. Huh. So I think we Fan of Knives, because we know he doesn't have small stuff, right?
Yeah.
Fan of Knives, use our face, although that puts us at 12 against a Mage, double Fireball. Oh.
I'm okay with a play like that if we can hold board. I think instead of that, I might go for the safer play, Shadow Step it back, and then trade both, and then play
Yeah.
Archmage. That sets us up for a better fan as well.
I agree.
Yeah. Kind of scared to be at 12. Yeah, this is a little bit too scary, to be honest.
I agree.
Plus we got the combo, so it's fine. Hopefully it just floods with a bunch of 2 health guys here. And then we just win the
Wouldn't that be
game.
nice?
Yeah, it's easy peasy. Okay. What's the play here?
I would hit the Gurubashi with the Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
Then Fan of Knives.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then play the Draconid.
Well, let's hit with the Gurubashi, right? Hit the Archmage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fan, see what happens.
Exactly. See what we draw. There's a 3. So, do you still want to play the Draconid? I would. To play around
I
Flame
would.
Strike.
I mean, really, I don't think we have anything else.
Yep.
And if he does,
The other plays had played right into Flame Strike, right?
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's all you gotta really think about with Mage.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, come on. Oh well. That's all right, I guess. I was gonna die anyways.
Yeah. Got a 2 for 1. So Archmage hasn't been that terrible, right? It's been alright. It's done its job.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
he's
tree.
good.
He's put us at 12.
Yeah. Scary.
Very.
Oh no, Mish. See what we draw.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not in a good spot here.
Yeah.
Bah. We could have used a pilot as Sky Golem.
I think we need to not die.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about just dying here, but we gotta remove that.
Yeah, I think use our face and kill it. I don't see
Yeah.
anything else. Right?
Yeah, but I would use the Flesh and Ghoul out there, and I would go all in at this point. Like we're, yeah. It's just a matter of time until he draws into to lethal. So there's no playing around Flame Strike anymore.
So, Lost Tall Strider?
Yep, gives us 5 damage as opposed to ships, cannons, chickens 3.
I put it away from the Draconid just in case. I mean, not that it matters.
Okay. It would be nice if we had some heal.
Mm-hmm.
Just like 1 earthen would do it. That's all we need, just 1. Here comes the slow roll Pyroblast.
Ah. That guy do that to me one time. Very annoying.
Okay. What do you like here?
I'm trying to figure out which trade we're doing here. So, if we, I think we're trading 2 for 1 here. I don't think we have a choice.
You always have a choice. But
Well,
probably.
I mean, you want to bring us down to 2 health? Unless you've seen something.
Yeah, sometimes it's right, but I don't know about this situation. Like
Yeah.
if we count, let's say that we do hit. We have, that's 2 dead, 6, 9, 9 plus the 3, 10, 9, 12. Yeah, we double trade, and then
Alright,
smack his face.
Which
The
2 do we trade?
3-2, the 3-2 and the 5-4, and then smack. Yeah, and then play everything out. Make sure you hit his face.
I couldn't, it wouldn't let me drag it.
Oh, that's okay.
I kept trying to. I don't know if it was lag or.
Interesting.
All right.
The chicken here would actually be pretty good.
Yeah. So betrayal on the Yeti. to hit the sludge.
Okay.
SI7 the sludge. Then kill the mini sludge with our face, and then run the 3-2 and the 2-3 into the Yeti, and then run the ghoul into his face. I think that's right. Is that right?
Almost. I'll try to clear board here. We need to keep the fleshing ghoul alive, so if we can trade for next turn, I don't think we're going to win. So I would say Betrayal the 4-5. Or, yeah, Betrayal the 4-5. Yep. SI7 the 3-4.
The 3-1? SI7 the 3-1?
Yeah, 3-1, sorry, 3-1. And then use your face on the 1-2.
Yeah.
And then play the chicken. Play the chicken, run the 3-2, 2-3 into 4-5, hit his face with a 7-3.
What the? Ah, come on.
So I mean, okay. So let's try to make these turns a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Like this game is completely winnable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game is winnable.
Yeah. I was doing anyways. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that annoyed me.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the other game that we lost, but that one annoyed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, with what your play is, you got to give it to me faster, so I can give you the playback faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's okay. Let's go into the next one. I mean, it's all for learning, right? The results of this run doesn't really matter as long as you
No,
have learned.
right. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
But you're correct. That's true. The idea is that. But I think we had the same play, unless I'm trying to think what was the difference between the two plays.
Did you just kill everything off and trade for the Yeti?
Killed
and
everything
take one
out and
damage.
hit his face with the ghoul.
And you took 1 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I misheard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. But having the chicken there was actually really strong. It saved our 2-3 from dying. Because we could hit the Yeti, but I guess we wouldn't do that anyways. But it's still good.
No, that's right. It would have been very strong there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your play here? Keep.
I'd keep the piloted treader. And maybe get rid of the rest.
I would probably keep the SI7. We have coin as player 2, so it's a little bit better in our opening hand than when we are player 1.
I'm okay with that too. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a follow up too, which is perfect. Okay.
Do we bot?
Yeah, I would play it. I mean,
Yeah,
it helps
I would
us
play it.
take out 2 3s, right?
Yeah, and also if he plays a totem, a 1/1 totem.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Here we
1/1,
go.
1/1. Aw.
Almost.
Well. So here I would just dagger and hit it. Like, is it worth developing the board by putting out an SI7? You think?
It's just so slow. If we dagger and hit it, turn 3 is gonna be flesh and ghoul or coin 4 drop. All right, that's fine. Since we have 2 4s, I don't mind it. It's just we can't combo out SI7 for a long time now.
I think that might be better into having developing the pilot shredder and the Stormwind Knight than we SI7 and play ghoul next turn. Well, that could work too. You want to do that?
No, I like the hero power. Kill it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here, the problem is with this play, we can't get that SI7 combo active until we have what are 2 lowest cards? 6 until turn 5 if we save the coin until then. But very likely with this line of play, we use the coin to coin out the Stormwind Knight or the Shredder. Yeah, because then he would have to play a 3-2 here, or else we can't kill it. But a 3-2 3-drop doesn't really exist. So what's your play here?
So here I would coin out the Stormwind Knight, hit the Worgen,
Yep.
run my face into the Worgen,
Yeah.
and hit the 1/2.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
So that keeps our 1-2 on the board, and that's actually pretty good.
I agree.
I mean, at this point, we've got lots of health, so.
Yeah, it's almost always the right play to keep your health, to save health on your board and take it on your face. And there's a big dude with a big number.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Let the fun begin. What do you think here? So you gotta
I
be
think
so. Mm-hmm.
I would just pilot a Treader.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. And then just go face.
Yep.
Because really, I mean, Essentia are probably betraying next turn, I would think. He's probably going to hit us face with the 7-6, I should think.
Mm-hmm.
And we can betrayal SI7.
Yeah, we'll find something to do here. Maybe you'll play another one.
Yeah. So,
Does the buff go off first? Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +2 attack.
Alright, does it go off before or after it deals damage? It makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. Kind of scary here, huh? Not that we need.
Or
to
we could
tread
just
here.
kill the Burly Rock Draw and then kill our Shredder and our Stormwind Knight into the 7-6. And not take a chance.
We could also SI7, but also we could Flesh and Ghoul. I like
Alright.
Flesh and Ghoul Betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. For science? No, thank you. I mean, I've done this science before.
It looks like it does it before.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It's okay. I think, regardless, this play is just as fine.
Yeah, we got a taunt to protect our Flesh Eating Ghoul.
Yeah. Just have to watch out for the Fire Alley that's about to come out in like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh. Okay.
Nice. Do you have a Lightning Bolt too?
If you had a Lightning Bolt, that'd be terrible, Audrey.
I'm sapping that. No. I think yes. Sap's not a great play, but is there anything better?
Oh, well, we can Gnomish. If we're gonna plan to sap, then let's Gnomish first.
Okay.
Gnomish and see what we draw. Because that would be the follow-up, right?
Yeah, because if we could dagger place...
I mean, we could dagger ship's cannon sap, but this is better because it's a 3/2 and
But
it gives us a little bit more
dagger-
damage.
There's dagger, ship cannons, SI7. We can't do that. So, Gnomish.
Okay, and now we can play a 1/1.
Oh, no way!
It's not a big deal.
I know.
There's so many 6s.
So, alright, so sap it.
Mm-hmm. And then we
and
play the
then,
chicken.
Play the chicken. The
Yeah.
chicken's gonna buff our
So-
gold next turn.
So here, we have a couple of reads here. We've realized, we know that he doesn't have a Fire Alley. He would have played last turn. It was too
Yeah.
strong on that board compared to the play that he made. He also doesn't have a Lightning Bolt or a Rock Biter. So, we don't have to play around 3 damage pings.
I think we're sitting pretty here. Nice. Okay, we have 12. Ah, we have 16.
Yeah. I'll go for it. Why not? Let's just hit face. I think it's fine here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have an SI7 anyways, right?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, the slightly better play might have been Pilot Sky Golem and then hit face. That way we have the SI7 plus the Argent Commander as instant answers in case he has a board flip. But honestly, let's just kill him.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's way too nitty of a play to trade here.
It just gives him more time to draw answers. I think now he's really up against it here. All right, that worked out pretty good.
Good. I mean, another reason why we go like all in there is we had reads, like pretty decent reads that he didn't have a way to remove something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that could have really hurt us there was for him to have a lightning storm.
But then he would die. He would need like a combination of heal, taunt, and lightning storm. Because
That's right.
As I said, it's just nothing really saves him there when he has 8 mana.
He had 8 mana. Did he have full 8 mana? So it's shield. So it is. He plays anti-heal bot lightning storm. But I mean, we knew he didn't have that. So
Yeah, I guess that would work, but we'd probably still win because we have Paladin Sky Golem. It's just
Yeah.
that's like the best play you could have, and we'd still be in a winning position on board.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So play.
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it. But yeah, when I post this on the website, I'll let you know, and you can
Okay.
look it over. Sometimes it's a lot better when you watch it yourself.
So keep the SI7. Toss the rest.
Yep, love it. Okay.
Hey, that's pretty good.
A 7-3 unsuited or a 8-2 suited? Maybe the 8-2 suited because the flush is a little bit stronger, but that's probably not the best argument. Okay, what's your play here?
Well, we want to be ready for the shielded mini bot.
Exactly.
So I would coin out the dagger, but we could also coin out the ghoul.
Yeah, I would coin out the ghoul because if we coin out the dagger, right on turn 2, what is the play? Unstable ghoul. It's like the same thing, but we don't have to be weak to ooze.
Well, no, we goblin auto barber right on the.
No, because then the 3-2 trades down with the 2-2.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay.
So I think they're just dagger up here.
Yeah, I like dagger, and just hit his face.
Yeah.
The ghoul can do 1 damage to that on turn 3. Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
So we
I
can
mean,
clear board here.
he used that to prevent 1 damage.
Yeah.
So
I mean, so what's your play?
I think I run the ghoul in.
Mm-hmm.
To the 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
And then play the goblin auto barber.
Okay.
Now that the river crocodile is also going to be a 2-2, I kill it with my face and I play the blood cell corsair.
Do we want to save the Blood Cell Corsair for Ship's Cannon? I think we do.
Oh, well, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So
Yep, same play, but yeah.
same
I'll
play,
save the
but
Blood
then,
Cell. Yep, same play, but I would save the Blood Cell for the Ship's Cannon.
all right. So just okay. So run it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin auto barber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we just yeah. No, I hadn't, for some weird reason, I hadn't seen the combo. We finally have it.
Maybe he'll use True Silver here. I think if he True Silvers, we just go with Blood Cell Raider and Ogre Brute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no combo. Womp womp. Okay.
And we can even shadow step back later. So,
Yep.
blood cell corsair ogre.
Yep.
Aha!
Nice.
We got some value.
Okay. So whenever I see a board like this with Shredder, I can expect my 4/4 to usually kill his 2-drop for free. So I'd try to get that trade in. So I'd try to kill the 2-drop that's hiding under there with the 4/4. So that means that we want to pop it without using the 4/4.
No, that's right. So we can. The ship cannon can hit phase 2 right now. So, okay. So we don't want to try and do anything like that. We could ship's cannon, SI7 into the thing, and then hit it with our face. See what pops out.
I kind of like just using our face in the 1/2. I don't think trying to Shadow Step the 1/2 for 2 damage random is really worth it.
You're right. We want to keep the Shadow Step for the SI7 anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kill that. Gnomish Experimenter
Yeah, Gnomish, and we play 2 with it.
for the ship's cannon.
Yep. Good.
That's okay. I don't know why he's sorry. You got board control.
Yeah.
Oh, does you have a consecration? Concentration in a 2-drop? Wouldn't matter. So I would try and run the ogre into it first, and then chicken SI7.
Chicken SI7. Okay.
Well, after we
try
see
the
what-
ogre. Let's see
Yeah,
if the
try
ogre
the ogre.
hits. It's always one target, 50/50. So let's see. So I actually like
Or
hero
we
power
could dagger
here.
here.
I like dagger.
Dagger,
Yeah.
hit it. Then kill the 1/2 with our SI7.
Kind of like just Paladin Sky Golem, but
Oh, okay. And then do we trade everything? We have to, eh? Like, I mean, we clear the board and play this Paladin Sky Golem? I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
I would sack the 2/3. So I would run the 2/3 into the 3/1 and kill the 1/2 with the 3/2. Because the 3/1 at this point is better than a 2/2. Yeah, I just don't want to slow down here. That's why I was kind of reluctant on the Ogre Brute. Maybe the 2/3 and the 3/2, trading for the Sludge Belcher, and then the Ogre running in would have been better. That would be really good here.
Yeah.
Or Eviscerate. Okay.
So we can chicken SI7, Shadow Step SI7. That's 7 damage.
Wow. Okay.
Do it.
Yep. Didn't even notice. Yep. I like it. I was gonna say Shredder SI7 trade, but I like this. It's tricky, right? Look how cute that is.
And we have enough mana to dagger.
Yep. I think at this point we hit his face. We're out
Alright.
of cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the chicken to live, and I want to do the last point of damage with it. Oh, Avenging Wrath. Not so much for the chicken living. Oh, wow.
It's okay. We still got a 4-drop out of it.
Kind of.
Not a great one, but still
No.
4.
I never get good Avenging Wraths like that. But I agree with you. I don't think it'll be much of a difference. So I'd Fan of Knives and hit the Micro Machine with my face just to cycle.
Yep. Let's see what we get out of Fan first.
Yeah. Perfect. So hit it with my face.
Mm-hmm.
Play the Piloted Shredder, right?
Yep. I like it.
I don't know if we have something freaky deaky. We still have something on the board.
Good. Okay. Another way to use SI7. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So run our Shredder into the 5/6 SI7. No, well, kill the 1/1 by hit.
Yeah, let's see what comes out of the Shredder.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Just an ordering thing. Like you can never tell what the next play is. Like, you know, their bluegill could come out.
2,
I don't know.
5, 9. If I want to play everything, I can't use with the dagger, so I'm going to kill the.
1/1 with the 3/1, 3/2. Make it a 1/1.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm sorry. That was. Yeah. No, I know.
So I'd probably just Yeti up now, and then. So here,
I don't know why I did that.
honestly, for tempo, I'd probably just play it his face. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that was.
That's okay.
These misplays.
that's okay.
Is that ropish? I think that.
Not a big deal.
No.
Okay.
All right. So we have 10, 13. I could betrayal the Razor Fen,
What would that do though?
and it's nothing.
I don't think we want to trade here. I think we're at that point where we have too much on board, and it's really hard for him to clear even with the consecration. So here
So-
I'd probably just. Excuse me.
So just all run face.
I would have Mani, and I would play just a little bit around consecration by hitting the Yeti into the Razor Pen, and then hero powering the 1/1. Because then if he consecrations, we still have the Yeti, SI, and the Amani still alive.
So Yeti into the Razor Fen, the 2/3.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can see how consecration wouldn't hurt as bad on this board, right?
Right.
Like at worst, he has consecration, and we still have 4 plus 3 damage, which is 7, plus our dagger, which is 8, which will set him at 1, and he has, 2 turns to draw taunt or heal. That's if he has consecration. Okay. All right.
All right.
Ten-2.
Crazy.
Crazy, crazy.
Crazy. All right. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I don't know why I ran my 3/3 into the 5/2 there. That was.
That's okay.
I know.
It's
It ended up being
more
okay.
BN.
It was just even when I played, I was like, oh, that was.
It's just more BN.
Yeah.
Don't matter. So I mean, if you have any questions, you should be asking me as we play. Like if anything you're like curious on, like why we do something as opposed to something else, or like any theoreticals.
I guess on the theoretical side is just how much do you value like card synergy when doing your drafts. Here I would just keep Amani and throw the other 2 back.
Yep, same. Card synergies.
Like so it was like remember like at the beginning of this draft, right? We had a
Yeah,
chance
Max.
we had a dragon and we had a chance to get a Blackwing Corruptor, right? And that kind of stuff.
Not enough to pick a worse card. I mean, it depends on the point in the draft. This is why drafting is a little bit more tricky.
It is, yeah.
And even with like a site like Hearth Arena, you can't get like the little intricacies of like understanding arena drafting with like a site that tells you what to do. So like it's a good tool to use, but it should not be telling you every single pick.
No, that's right. And there's sometimes it's just a tool. It's just actually all it is the more I use it, the less I use it for the draft, just for the tracking. Because now I know the card values, right? But it does sometimes point out interesting things. You're like, oh. So here I think I would just hold. I don't think there's much point in playing a Bloodsail Corsair here.
Okay, I'm okay with holding. I think it's okay playing it too. Counters the shielded mini on curve. But I think holding is fine.
Yeah. Because I mean, he plays a shielded mini. We've got an Amani and we have our dagger.
Yeah, it's fine because we're not playing a fast deck where we have like a set time that we have to take our opponent down by.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, and see what through the ship's cannon.
We don't have to play on curve continuously.
Yeah, so here I'd play an Amani. Right?
We have the ships. Why not play the ship's cannon though, since we got the Bloodsail Corsair?
Okay.
Yeah, the impact is a lot higher early on.
Oh, that's true. And next turn we have 3 mana where we have the Bloodsail and the...
I mean, the best way to think about it is, would you rather counter a 2-drop completely with the 2 damage, countering his entire turn?
Right.
Or would you rather do 2 damage, which counters like a 10th of a turn on turn 8? Right?
Well, no, the reason I was just looking at the lights just says, like, well, if he hits the Amani, it becomes a 5-2, you know? So here I think... I mean, he's playing crap cards. I like trying to dagger up here. And then I would actually play the Blood Sail. And then if it doesn't kill the 1/1, I run the Ship's Cannon into the 1/1.
So one thing to consider is next turn he could coin out his power turn, which is turn 4.
Yeah.
So definitely we need to remove the 1/1 is what I think, and also we want to be good against Consecration. I think that's fine. I kind of want to save it. I'm feeling a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
Then again, it's off curve again. I might just hit it.
Just dagger up and hit with our face?
No, I'll probably just dagger up in Bloodsail Corsair. And see if it hits.
Bloodsail Corsair. Perfect.
Okay. Good.
And hold dagger, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we just have to keep our eye on his coin, because that'll be the turn that we need to counter or have a strong play back on, because that's how he gets tempo back. Okay.
I like our pirate theme here. We came out
Yeah. I had a deck a couple of days ago with 4 Ship's Cannon, and I got to fire all 4 at once.
no way.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
pretty amazing. Okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Huh. Really? Wow. Okay, so I'm thinking here. We Goblin Auto Barber. That doesn't really do much for us, but so it's either Goblin Auto Barber, Amani Berserker, or Stormwind Knight.
Yeah.
If we Goblin Auto Barber, we could run our face into the 3/2 and then clear the zombie. No, we don't even clear the zombie. Then just go face with the rest and play
Yeah,
them.
I like that. Goblin Auto Barber and Money. I think either one is fine, but I'd probably go with Goblin Auto Barber. Get the buff
Yeah.
on when we can actually kill something on board. Never want to try to make plays last for too many turns, because it
Okay.
doesn't always turn out the way you expect.
Yeah, so do I hit the 3/2 with my face?
Yep, and then the rest can go face. His
Then-
face.
Yeah. And then we'll have a next turn to figure out what. I mean, you know, the zombie chow's gonna be a bit annoying. We'll kill it next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay. Good. Good.
investing a lot into the zombie chow.
Yeah. It's a super important card. Okay.
So here, I would Stormwind Knight into the 3/4. Then our face into the 3/4, and then 2/3 into the 2/2 and 3/2 into the 1/1.
Perfect. Love it. It's not the only play, but I like this. Clears his board. He's a paladin. He's dangerous with any kind of board. Okay.
Well, he's already shown he doesn't have consecration because he would have played it before.
Yeah, I mean, even if he has consecration, it doesn't matter, because with 5 mana, is he going to consecration and play a 1-drop for tempo?
Right.
Yeah, so we always get initiative back, and that's huge in this matchup. So even if he has consecration, we start with the board with the 6.
Pilot is Sky Golem.
Yep.
I think it's better than Archmage. Oh,
Now maybe one Archmage, right? Let's Archmage.
yeah, that's Archmage. Now that we have the,
Yeah.
because most likely I'll come out with a drop and play a 1/1, so we'll get to do 3 damage with it.
It's pretty cool. Spell damage Phantom Knives might be like one of the best spell damage cards, like spell damage spells you can
Yep.
get.
So I wonder if they're going to come out with cards that can, that have spell power instead of spell damage. You can buff healing cards,
Ah,
right? Because when Hearthstone first started, I think it would have been too strong. But I think now with everything, right, and how much damage exists out there,
healing cards. I mean, what class really has healing cards besides? I mean, they're like it wouldn't work on like Earthen Ring, right?
no, that's right. But things like paladins and priests have cards. So
I see.
so here we could pilot a sky go. I kind of like Phantom Knives Ogre Brute. That way, he doesn't kill our pilot sky golem with the. Although he's
Then
only
he can't kill the 4/3. Well, I mean, he wants to kill the 4/3. I would
Right.
just kill the 1/1 and play the Pilot Sky Golem. That means
Okay.
the 4/2 is alive, and then we get another turn for Phantom Knives, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Like even Shadow Step and play the Ogre Brute. It's too slow. He kills the Ogre Brute perfectly with his weapon. Maybe if it was like a Harvest Golem, I would go for that play. But since it's not as good.
And he does take 6 damage to face here on this, so. Well, 4, I guess.
Yeah, we're getting
8.
close. Look at
Oh,
the spell
wow.
synergies. So many. Have you noticed how many Sludge Belchers we've seen today?
Yeah, we've seen a
Holy
lot.
crap.
It's a strong card.
Yeah, it's a strong card. Don't expect to see this many though.
So,
I would start with Fan. I think we always Fan here.
yeah, okay. And then
We'd hit in and then Shadow Step back and play it again.
yeah, yeah. Do we hit the Violet Teacher into it?
Yeah. Want to save guys.
Yeah.
And then hit the 1/2.
And then hit the 1/2 with our 4/2.
And then we Shadow Step back and play it again.
Which one do we Shadow Step?
The Archmage. Because the only follow up to playing the Violet Teacher for 2. Well, I guess that would be okay too, but I just like this better.
I think I like it better.
Yeah, it's just a bigger dude.
And he's looking at this, Archmage and Violet Teacher synergy. And
He's pooping his pants.
that's right. A Loot Hoarder.
Okay. Now we have an answer to push.
So, go face and put out. Well, here I play the Neomish first.
Yep, let's start with that.
Start with that.
Okay. Shadow Step Student. It's honestly not a bad play. Shadow Step Student. It allows you to keep pressure on the board. I don't know. And
Right.
you can develop other stuff. It's not as bad. But
So here I would trade the 1/1s in.
why not use a dagger?
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I would dagger the 1/1 and then trade one of the 1/1s into the 2/1. So I'm always, whenever I see something with 1 health, always looking to use a dagger to clear it.
So Ogre Brute Chicken.
Yep. Love it.
Man, we're getting a lot of value out of this chicken.
Okay.
I love how it actually costs 1 mana. So if it's shot back to your hand, it actually costs to play it again.
Yeah, a lot of 1/1s do. I think Sorcerer Apprentice or the Violet Teacher's Apprentices are one of the few 1/1s that don't actually do that, which is weird. I don't know why that is.
Assassinate, eviscerate, face, we kill him.
Yep, perfect. Nice, nice, nice. Here comes the battle for the dream. Okay.
All right, 11 wins. Yes, sir. I like it. Okay, you ready for I'm hitting play.
Yep, ready when you are.
All right, here
I'm
we
gonna,
go.
I'm gonna leave on you right when the game starts. Have you do it on your own.
Are you okay?
That's the final test. That's the final test.
You don't wanna catch the grand finale for your for Tempo Storm?
A lot of our, I don't know why. A lot of our coaching sessions end up being 12. I think that's the most common result of coaching. There's not very many in between. There have been a couple bad ones, but a lot of them go 12. I think it's just because it's like played so slowly that there's like zero mistakes being made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made a couple there.
Yeah.
So keep Goblin Auto Barber. I'm almost tempted to keep Fan of Knives, but we have two, so I would just keep Goblin Auto Barber and get rid of the rest.
Yep, I like it.
Against a Warlock, if we only had one, I might be like, oh, that could be a key card. Oh, we got it back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would like to see a bit more creatures in our hand here.
Yeah. We could do something interesting on turn 3. Goblin Auto Barber replayed again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a deadly poison. Shadow Step is deadly poison? Huh? Okay.
But I mean, that'd have to really be a priority target for us to do that. So just dagger up here? Is there a reason not to?
Yeah, let's just dagger up. I think Goblin Auto Barber here is fine too, but we'll see. I think this is the more conservative play. This is the play that says that we're going to play slow. It also counters his removal, so if he has like a Dark Bomb or any kind of play, he might coin instead. Or not coin, but tap instead.
No, see, there we go into that. So here, I think I might just play Gnomish Experimenter here.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, we could do the Goblin Auto Barber Shadow Step thing, but really, what does that do for us?
Yeah,
It does nothing.
I agree.
So, and this might draw us something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, a chicken! Look at that. Who knew?
Okay.
End turn?
Could also Shadow Step this back. Nah, let's end turn.
No. We want more chickens.
Well, I mean, you're giving yourself a chance to get rid of minions, which are generally bad, and also draw into spells, which are generally good.
That's good.
You're cycling through the bad cards, is what it is,
Yep.
essentially.
Oh, Fan of Knives looking good here. So let's see. Fan of Knives hit the Imp
Yeah, and then chicken up.
and Chicken up.
Yep.
I think it's...
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Good. Shadow Step chicken. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I really didn't like Gnomish Experimenter when it first came out. When I read the card, I was like, God, this is useless. But having used it now a few times, it's really not that bad. I mean, it gets you a chicken, big deal. And sometimes you get lucky.
Well, you got to think you don't want to draw every single card in your deck.
That's
That
right.
one game it removed the Unstable Ghoul, which was a huge remove, right? Because Unstable Ghoul is so much worse than our average card.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was interesting. He played a Summoning Portal, eh?
It's kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Well, he can come out with a Dread Infernal next turn. So if we kill the 2/1 now with our face,
I think that always happens, right? Because we have the dagger up already.
yeah.
But, I mean, what do we want to play from our hand?
Well, we've got 5 mana, and it's either Flesh Eating Ghoul, Goblin, Auto Barber, but
Yeah,
or
I think I'll
Flesh
just-
Eating Ghoul and dagger up again. But I would just play the
or
Fingry.
exactly. Usually when they play Summoning Portal, they want to flood, right? They
Yeah.
want to play like a bunch of 3-drops. Kind of prevents it since Fenrir has such a high health amount. So yeah.
So hit face.
Yep.
I mean hit the.
Yep.
There you go.
We should be really scared. The fact that he has Summoning Portal in his deck and we're facing him at 12 wins
Yep.
means that he has a really powerful deck.
And the thing is, we don't have anything to deal with it. And of course, having faced a Warlock with, he places his summoning portal in the middle, and we can't betray anything.
Hard counter to betrayal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not so
Yeah,
bad.
you know what? That's not so bad. It's not so bad. So I kind of like Dagger, Goblin Auto. Oh no, I wanted to kill him for two
No
with my
follow
face.
up, right?
No follow up. Shoot.
If we ever expect to remove that summoning portal, we had to make a play that doesn't set us behind. The Goblin Auto Barber play would put a 3-2 up against his 1-3, which isn't bad. If he plays Dread Inferno, it's gonna just destroy us. He has board control if he does that. Plus, he gets 2 cards off Acolyte, which he doesn't need because he's Warlock.
Yeah, the alternate play is playing Sunwalker.
Yeah, I'll
What do
play
you think?
Sunwalker.
Sunwalker. Okay.
I don't like playing it into the 1-3, but it's the highest tempo play.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's just going to. Well, I mean, if he had, what's that 6 mana card that Druid that?
Siphon Soul.
Yeah, Siphon Soul.
I think
But I
Dread
mean,
Inferno
it
is
has-
a lot
it
better
has-
for him than Siphon Soul. Like Dread Inferno here just wins the game.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dread Infernal, he draws a card, then draws another card, and then.
How could you not have a play with that many cards? And a summoning portal. What? That's good, I guess. Is he gonna power overwhelming this?
Thinking maybe Dark Bomb. If he's got no instance, that's good for us.
Well,
Or card draw. Okay. Interesting. Voidwalker. Oh, that's unfortunate.
SI7 Eviscerate Vex Betrayal? Anything? That's cool. I mean, now we can make the Goblin Auto Barber played because we can.
Yeah,
we can
that's
play the
exactly what I was
Fleshing
looking
Ghoul.
at.
Yeah.
So Dagger, Goblin Auto Barber.
Fleshing Ghoul. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you trying to do with that Shadow Step? Wait,
I was
wait,
gonna-
wait. What is the plan? What are you trying to do here?
Okay, so I was thinking here, Goblin Auto Barber back into my hand, then play the Ghoul, then kill the Voidwalker with my face, and then kill the Cult Master.
With what?
Or we could Shadow Step the Sunwalker.
Wouldn't we just save a Shadow Step
Okay.
if we just trade the Sunwalker in?
Yeah, okay, and so just play the Ghoul traded? That's
Yep.
it?
Yep, because we can kill the 4-2 with the dagger, right?
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And actually, maybe a better play would have been to Shadow Step the Sunwalker, but
But then
There
we
we-
can't get past the Voidwalker.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, end turn.
Yep.
That's not bad. So what does
Yeah, we have some pressure on him.
13th game, and I think it's the second time you said whoa, whoa, whoa. So it's not bad.
Yeah, if you've seen a lot of my coaching sessions, you've probably seen me do that a lot.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Well,
whoa.
it's normal. I know. I was watching. I remember there's one that you did. It was a guy that was really bad. It was funny.
Okay.
So what do you think he does here? I mean, last turn he seemed at a loss to do something.
I don't know. I can't believe he can't empty out his hand with that summoning portal out. It's really surprised.
Need a betrayal.
This kind of blows my mind that he's playing this way.
God, I'm trying to figure what.
Like,
Really?
what is the summoning portal for? Why are you drawing so much? You're weird. How did you get to 12 wins?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh.
So wow. So Goblin Auto Barber.
yeah,
And
I'd
then
probably,
Knives.
yeah, I'd probably fan first though.
Fan first, yeah. Fan first. Oh. Wow. So Goblin Auto Barber,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then SI7 to kill the summoning portal.
Do we need to use an SI? Why not just use face?
Yeah,
And
you're
then
right.
develop something that's slower? Mm-hmm. I might play like a Shredder here or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
play Shredder.
I think Shredder's good.
Yeah.
Because he might have a Hellfire or something
Yeah.
that
I
he
think
didn't
the
want.
loss. I mean, both
Right?
all the fours survive. I'm more worried about him playing Dread Infernal. It looked like he was digging for it. Plus, it'd be
Right.
really like I don't know why he would make that play when on board we could save the Fleshing Ghoul as 8-1. So he's planning on it being at 1 health.
Okay.
That
Well, you
could be
call-
very good or very bad.
Yeah.
But I think we can rush him down. Okay, so it's probably gonna be very bad. It's good to know.
So I'm thinking here, Betrayal to kill the Sun Fury, and then run your 4/3. Well, first, yeah, is it worth killing? Is it worth? Well, it's 2 mana to kill 2 mana. Try and clear the board, or do we just run our 4/3 and see what pops out on both sides?
Okay, let's kill it. Let's kill it with the 4-3. It's hard. It's hard for me to make like plays without knowing what's behind that thing. Okay.
A Succubus, big deal.
So what do you want to play here?
Well, basically, we can. Let's see, Betrayal.
Well, so looking at this board, I don't think he's gonna kill us next turn, but now he can flood. So I'd probably just play double 4-drop, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This will set up for a betrayal next turn, and also we have SI7 to smooth out the trades as well.
But doesn't that mean he can just run our 2/3 into the Cub and his 4/3 into our 5/4?
That is perfectly fine. Minions are there to die, right?
Okay.
We can't play a game without sacking some Dudes. It happens. He might have a Shadow Flame. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits our face and Shadow Flames here. I think I'd be more surprised if he didn't do that. Seeing as how bad his hand was. Okay. Alright.
Okay, now we Betrayal. Right? We can, so an interesting thing here is I could, we do something funky with Shadow Step here. Try and, if we, shoot.
One,
So our face into the 4/5.
6, 8. You can do something funky with the Shadow Step and clear board.
Yeah.
And we'd have a 5-2 and a 3-3, but we can't develop a 6. I don't know if it's worth it. I might just Betrayal the 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Alright, let's
that
start
way
with
we can
that.
trade it. Yeah, this is a pretty complicated board. You can clear the board here. You can, and you can save the 5-4, but I think it's stronger to just trade here and then play a
Trade?
6. Mm-hmm.
And play the 6.
Yep.
And then
I don't know about that 6. I think I'd play the
right,
Dragon
yes.
Knight. Yeah.
Right. And then kill the 2/1 with our face.
Yep. So
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
it was a position where we were taking 4 damage, right? So we'd be at 13 health, and we had a 5-2 and a 3-3 up against nothing, or it was this where we have a 9-9 and a 2-3. Plus we have lethal set up with SI7, Shadow Step, SI7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The play was you play SI7, you Shadow Step back to combo it to kill the 2-1. Then you hero power, hit the 4-5, and then you would Betrayal the 6-1 to kill the Sun Fury and the Zombie Chow.
Yeah.
And the 6-1. Oh, actually, I guess the 5-4 dies in that position.
No 5/4
Or
when it
board,
dies.
but
That's the.
that's okay. I mean, so it was a
This-
3-3 on empty board, or plus taking too more damage, or 9-9 versus a 2-3 being 4 off lethal. I think it's
Yeah, and
better.
a 2/3 that heals us for 5 on top of it if it dies. So.
Yeah.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So how did this guy get to?
I don't know. I think he drew bad because his card quality is pretty high. If you look at all these cards, top 1 drop, top 2 drop, top 3 drop, top 4 drop.
Yeah.
He drew bad.
So go face SI7.
Can we do it? Can we do it the fun way?
Okay, sure. SI7, Brewmaster, Shadow Step, SI7.
Well, you want to SI7 first. Well, hit his face with the 9.
Yep.
Yeah, and then SI7,
Yep.
and yep, and then say oops,
All right.
and then you full brew it back, and then SI7 his face. Oh, mama. No, wait, what? What? Oh, okay, sorry. And then just Shadow Step. I was gonna say Hero Power, but you can't Hero Power, or else we lose. Never mind. Alright, awesome. Yes. Amazing. See, isn't that fun?
I like that.
Alright, don't open your thing yet.
Yep.
Let me get your screen on my screen. And
Ooh, I got a golden assassin's blade. I mean, from
nice, man.
leveling the rogue. And my first 12 win with a rogue. Awesome.
Oh, this is
Yes.
your first?
With a rogue.
With the
I've
rogue.
gotten 12 wins with Shaman, Paladin, and Mage.
Rogue is a very satisfying class to get 12 with. I mean,
Yes.
it's just a really strong class.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had a rogue deck that I felt was very strong. Had Trade Prince Gallowix and Captain Greenskin in it, and some Godwin Auto Barbers, but I didn't play it very well, and I only got 5 wins. But I'm sure it could have gone to 12. So, all right, are you seeing my screen?
Yep. Ready when you are. The prizes. Okay.
All right, 5 packs.
Yep.
So 250,
510.
5 golds, right?
Oh, is it 5.5? 385, 420, 505. Yeah, 505 gold.
505. 505.
Yeah, pretty good.
Not bad.
Very nice.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Just